Thank you, Moira.
Online.
Good morning, Tuesday.
On digital radio.
September the 11th.
And on 88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
It's the most wonderful time.
Nice.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show.
When jingles collide.
Mesdames et messieurs,
This is better.
It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful time. Oh, the most wonderful time.
This is London.
Of the day.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
There you go. That's the whole bunch. Good morning. Here we are, and here we go.
Let it never be said the romance is dead, 'cause there's so little else occupying my head. There is nothing I need except the function to breathe, but I'm not really fussed, doesn't matter to me. Ruby, 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 Ruby. And do you know what you doing to me? Ruby, 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 Ruby. Due to lack of interest, tomorrow is cancelled. Let the clocks be reset and the pendulums held, 'cause there's nothing at all except the space in between. Finding out what you're called and repeating your name. Ruby, 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 Ruby. Do you know what you doing to me? Ruby, 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 Ruby. Could it be that you're joking with me and you don't really see you and me? Could it be that you're joking with me and you don't really see you with me? Ruby, 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 Ruby. Do you know what you doing to me? Ruby, 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 Ruby.
Ruby, 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 Ruby. Hubba, hubba, hubba. Roll up, roll up. Let's have an early one of those, shall we? Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Who's this?
Good morning, Britain, and welcome to another day here on planet Earth.
Blimey, it's Paul McCartney. 76 years old. No, I'm my eldest. I expect it from my youngest, but not from my eldest. So, Daddy, I'm not being funny. But he looks younger than you. And the thing is, he does. Anyhow, moving on. Hello. How are you looking this morning? Oh, have you not bothered? Have you not dared? Are you full of dread? Mirrors. Damn those mirrors. Can't stand those blimmin' mirrors. Too many mirrors in the world. Too many reflective surfaces generally. Don't you think? Why is it? After you have like 6, 7, 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours sleep, we look terrible when we wake up, and then it takes a while, a couple of hours for our face to fall in back into where it should be, you know. You'd be really happy after fixed it. Why is that? There's one question. There are many more. We'll get to some of them before 9:30. Here we are. And here we go with the breakfast show. Champion Jimmy Flash is warming up the text message machine of the applications into the Good Morning Chris Club. On the text 88291, get a Tuesday honk. September the 11th already. Come on, gang. Let's get on with this thing called life. Marvellous Mira is digging away through the overnight emails. Send some freshens. Chris.Evans at bbc.co.uk. Cool Cat Chloe is ready to take the calls. Moira's using Vassar Sporting. Rachel is travelling. Rockin' Ross is on the bells, whistles, levels and faders. Studio managing. And Mary Merrily is the ringmaster of the Brekkie Show Circus, leading the gang through this tip-top Tuesday.
Cupid don't love me like you.
This is Kylie Minogue now.
'Cause I'm broken hearted way too soon. I let my guard down. The devil's gone and left me a bruise. Rocks at the bottom, will I try again? Romeo still lives in my head. Thought I would settle down when happy ever after had been said. 6, 5, 4, 3. Too many times I wish I never cared. Been torn and twisted, oh I swear. Too many nights crying that it's not fair. If I get hurt again, I need a lifetime to repair. I need a lifetime to repair. I need a lifetime to repair. They told me stories and they got me good. Who's saying fairy tales aren't true? If he saves me from the dragon, well, for that loving, I'll be a fool. I'd overlook the stupid things he does. Straight up forgive him when he's wrong. When he's falling off the wagon, we still dance to our favorite slow song. 6, 5, 4, 3. Too many times I wish I never cared. Been torn and twisted, oh I swear. Too many nights crying that it's not fair. If I get hurt again, I need a lifetime to repair. I need a lifetime to repair. They say that love is everywhere, but it's a game of truth or dare. Give me that guarantee and I'll be there. Heaven knows I've tried my best. Now I'm swimming in a sea of loneliness. Wanna take that chance, I wanna say yeah. But too many times I wish I never cared. Been torn and twisted, oh I swear. Too many nights crying that it's not fair. If I get hurt again, I need a lifetime to repair.
Nice fiddle. Kylie Minogue, a lifetime to repair. Kylie Minogue goes out with Scottish Paul from our pub. It's true. Honestly. He came over to me backstage on Sunday and said, "Hi, Chris. Hello, Scottish Paul. How you doing?" I said, "You know, I used to work with Pete." "No, I know. Scottish Paul from the pub." Kylie's man. Right, morning, Chris. Can I be in the club? I'm up, getting ready for the day. My children are going to attempt to teach me to do a trampoline somersault later. It'll never happen, says Julie. Julie, be careful. I don't want to rain on you, pray, but be careful, sweetheart. We don't bounce like the kids do. And our tendons and bones don't repair like theirs either. So just please be careful. Jason says, good morning, Chris. Can the Passion Pie team, or Passion for Pie team, be in the club, please? That is Karen Windsor and I, who are off to Widdicombe Fair early this morning to sell our handmade dragon pies. Tell us more about your dragon pie. What's in a dragon pie? It's actual dragon. What does dragon taste like? If it's not actual dragon, what might dragon taste like? Any paleontologist listening, please, if you don't mind. Good morning, Chris. Going to be in the club. I'm up, waking. in Barbara Treatment Centre, Derbyshire, following the installation of Nigel, the total knee replacement. Big thanks to the surgical, nursing and physio teams who've been amazing, says Sean Bowler. Sean, I like that. We have Ping and Pong, our unborns. You have Nigel. You've named your knee replacement. I like that. Why not? Hello, Nigel. Good morning, Nigel. Good morning, other knee replacements, hip replacements. Replaced other bits. Gwyn Williams, you can't get more Welsh than this. Good morning, Chris, from Soaking Wet, North West Wales. Can you pop all the lads who work here in Gwynedd Council in the club who are all up for work? Absolutely, no problem. One more for now. Here we go. Morning, Chris. Going to be the club. Only going back to work today after a great weekend at Radio 2 Live in Hyde Park. Yes, I needed the extra day to recover, says Lee Payne Lee. I know what you mean. On Friday, with regards to Sunday night, I was a good boy, but I'm still recovering. Jumping Jimmy Flash's leaving deal on Thursday. I still feel a bit fuzzy from that leaving
I
do.
love my
Thursday.
show. It's cute,
Thursday.
cuddly. Think of it like
4
you
days
would a
ago.
small lemur.
Claudia on Sunday.
I'm sensing things are about to get a bit posh around here. Perhaps a bit spicy. Certainly better dressed. This Sunday, I'll be joined by the iconic fashion designer Victoria Beckham.
She's coming to the studio. There's a knock at the door, and Tom Cruise arrives, and he's standing there in all black, full-on maverick, minus the flying jacket. But then it was a warm day, so we excused him.
Self-effacing, funny, incredibly smiley. She's not who you think she is.
Claudia Winkleman with Victoria Beckham.
Join us this Sunday night from 7 on BBC Radio 2.
Claudia and Vic. Now that's a super exclusive. That'll be in all the papers on Monday morning, I would imagine. Today's big screen belter is chosen by Jennifer Rudder from Maidenhead in Berkshire. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, all Rudders. Good morning, Maidenhead. Good morning, all Berks. She says, I remember going to see this science fiction film as a small child and then begging to own the soundtrack. When I was eventually bought it, I played it loudly while acting out the scenes. It's fair to say this movie made me a huge fan of this band from the age of 7. I thought I said 71, but it's 7 with an exclamation mark. Jennifer's big screen belter from the film Flash Gordon is Queen with hello. Thank you.
Savior of the universe. Flash. He'll save every one of us.
Seemingly there is no reason for these extraordinary intergalactical upsets.
What's happening?
Only Dr. Hans Zarkov, formerly at NASA, has provided any explanation.
Flash. He's a miracle.
This morning's unprecedented solar eclipse is no cause for alarm.
Flash. King of the impossible. He's for every one of us. Stand for every one of us. He's saving the body and every man, every woman, every child, everybody. Flash.
General Carter, Flash Gordon approaching.
What do you mean, Flash Gordon approach? Open fire! All weapons! Dispatch War Rocket Ajax to bring back his body.
Flash.
Gordon's alive.
Flash. He'll save every one of us. Just a man with a man's courage. You know he's nothing but a man. You can never fail. No one with the golden
Right, 14 minutes 7. Choose your big screen belter, bbc.co.uk/radio 2. Our page is the big screen belter. Later on this afternoon, Steve Wright talks to Sir Paul McCartney. Good morning now, Rachel Horn.
Good morning, Christopher
I'm
Evans.
talking to you here. We've got a clip of a teaser for the Paul McCartney interview. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
Okay, we're going to play this later. We're going to play it now too. We'll play Paul McCartney's new or latest song later. This is Paul with a bit of Paul with Steve for later this afternoon. Okay, and this should get your juices flowing.
Are you a rival of Mick Jagger or are you a friend?
No, friends. I don't even know how that came to be. I mean, I think it's probably just newspapers where it's a better story to say that the Stones and the Beatles hate each other. Or, I mean, if you remember one time, it was the Dave Clark 5 who hated us and we hated them. I mean, in actual fact, you always used to just see each other at clubs. You'd have a drink together. You'd hang out. You go to each other's parties. And it's always been, the Stones and the Beatles has always been a great friendship.
Very good, very good. Didn't the Beatles write the first Stones hit? I mean, that makes the fast of that story immediately, doesn't it? Rachel, big Beatles fan, Stones fan? Of course you are.
Obviously.
I can tell you are.
Obviously.
How did your husband's balloon flight go yesterday for his 40th?
Oh, not brilliantly. It was too windy.
So it didn't go at all?
Got cancelled.
But we did a thing on this. you weren't here then, but we did a thing on this. We did a thing about balloon flights. But balloon flights, we think... We're pretty sure, we're 99.9% sure, we think that they are the most postponed event ever.
Well, I'll let you know, because we will keep rebooking.
No, but we did it on the show. And we did it on the show because if you go in because you need a fine day, a fine day,
wind,
not too windy, great visibility.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people don't mind them being postponed because it just heightens the expectation even more.
And also makes me quite reassured that safety is their primary focus.
Yeah, and it was his birthday yesterday.
It was.
So that's why you were going to go on a Monday. But maybe the rescheduling will take place at a weekend where you can then go for a pub lunch afterwards. Or something
Even
like that.
better.
See, it is better.
It's all silver linings.
See, I might actually book my wife a balloon flight just so we can keep postponing it and the excitement can keep on going, the trepidation.
Well, that's the thing, and his
the
birthday
suspense.
celebrations will continue until we finally get up in the hot air balloon.
So what did you do instead?
We had dinner with the children who were actually thrilled that the balloon flight got cancelled because they didn't want us to go. Dinner, but I wasn't prepared to cook his birthday dinner because we were going to go to the pub. So we had 2 types of sausages and 2 types of chips.
Why didn't they want you to go on the balloon flight?
Because they wanted to spend his birthday with him.
Oh, that's nice.
Very cute.
Did they actually mean it as well?
Oh, yeah, genuinely devastated.
Well done, children. Right, it's 11 to 7.
Okay, M6 southbound, Junction 4 Coles Hill to Junction 3 Coventry. 1 lane is closed and slow traffic because of a breakdown. M25 clockwise from Junction 24 Potters Bar to Junction 25 Enfield. 3 lanes are closed and there are severe delays because of recovery work following an accident where a lorry has shed its load of steel. Congestion is back to Junction 23. M25 anti-clockwise, Junction 9 for Leatherhead to Junction 8 for Reigate. 1 lane is closed because of an accident. Now it is expected to stay closed throughout the morning as a vehicle involved collided with a bridge. A36 closed in both directions after an accident between the A30-90 hour to the A27 White Parish, and the M4 from Junction 45 Ennisforgan to Junction 46. 1 lane is closed in both directions following an accident yesterday. Around 80 metres of central reservation still need to be repaired. The Radio 2 travel line is 03700 100 200.
Right, the 3 most photographed people in the newspapers today, in reverse order. In third place, Boris Johnson. In second place, Holly Willoughby. And in first place, Alistair Cook. Find out why Alistair is the most photographed person in the papers with Vassos after this.
My love, my lover, 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 I'm in paradise whenever I'm with you. My mind, my mind, well, it's a paradise whenever I'm with you. Ride on, well, I will ride on down the road, I will find you, I will hold you, I'll be there. It's long, well, it's a mighty long road, but I'll find you, I will hold you, and I'll be there. I know you heard it from those other boys, but this time it's real, it's something that I feel it. I know you heard it from those other boys, but this time it's real, it's something that I feel it. If it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love heading your way. If it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love heading your way. time, well, it's a never-ending helter-skelter. We'll be out whatever the weather. My heart, my boom, boom, heart, it's a beat, and it's a thumping, and I'm alive. I know you heard it from those other boys, but this time between, it's something that I feel it. I know you heard it from those other boys, but this time it's real, it's something that I feel it. If it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love heading your way. If it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love heading your way. Paradise, roll on, meet me there, roll on. 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 Paradise, roll on. Meet me there, roll on. Paradise, roll on. Meet me there, roll on. If it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love heading your way. If it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love heading your way.
George Ezra and Paradise on BBC Radio 2. Live here from Wogan House in London till 9:30. This is the way we roll on Friday. We're live from Paul Weller's studios, the Black Barn, famous studios. For the whole show. I think we're staying in a pub around the corner the night before, and we're almost as excited about that as we are about the programme. Are you staying with us?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Morning, Bassos. Morning, Chris. Names for Ping and Pong. The unborns, we have two girls, 21 and 12. Our boys' names were Noah and Eli, so I have to tell you what we called our girls, Camille, Celeste and Florence Esme. You called your boys Noah and Eli all those years ago. Well done. From Mark and Rebecca in Wakefield. Camille, Celeste and Florence Esme. Not for us, but I'm very happy for you. Still have no ideas what to call the girls if the girls arrive. No idea at all.
That's quite a nice position to be in, though, isn't it?
It's not bad. It's not the biggest or the worst game to play every night with your wife. So 9/11, the anniversary of 9/11, 17 years ago. Where were you? Where was I? I remember where I was. I was in Los Angeles. We left New York 2 nights before. We were staying in Soho, and we woke up to the news that morning, and there was Tony Blair was on the telly giving a press conference, and the backdrop looked like somewhere else in the world other than New York, because it looked like a war zone, and it was in fact New York. And I remember we were then on the first Virgin flight back into Britain after the air ban had been lifted, and we were so nervous on the flight, as you'd expect. There was a huge round of applause when it landed. Where were you? Do you remember?
I do. Of course I remember, yeah. I just started working at a radio sports news agency, and I was on my way home, and then suddenly listening to 5 Live, and then suddenly, that all hell broke loose, and then you spend the rest of the day in front of the telly just with your jaw dropping and your heart dropping as well, kind of further and further and further.
17 years ago.
Yeah, extraordinary.
How time flies by. Also, on a happier theme, for Alistair Cook, who had a fairy tale finish. Fairy tales can happen, and one occurred yesterday at the Oval.
Look at the headline on the back page of the Mail. Fairy tales do happen. He took the helmet off with one hand, mopped his brow with the other, and raised his bat in acknowledgement as the Oval stood for the 12th time in what is unquestionably his last Test innings. It did happen. Alistair Cook did sign off with a century. 291 innings, 26,000 balls faced, 12,500 runs, 37,000 minutes at the crease, an average of just over 45, 33 centuries. Well played, Alistair Cook. Only one number involved in the golfer Justin Rose's career currently, and that's number 1. He is, after coming second in Philadelphia, the world number 1. Justin Rose, top bloke as well. He's the
Lovely
world's
man.
best golfer.
Gorgeous bloke, gorgeous human being. In fact, in many ways, he's the Alistair Cook of golf, and Alistair Cook is the.
They should go out for a celebratory meal together. I'd quite like to be there.
When does the Ryder Cup start?
It starts in 2 weeks on Friday.
I'm very excited about that.
Me too.
Because it's sort of crept up on us, hasn't it?
Yes, it's in Paris this time
Are
round.
you working there?
No, I'm not.
Should we just go?
Yes, definitely.
Or why don't we tell our wives that we're going, then we don't go, and we just
watch it.
Do an Airbnb somewhere, and we just watch it, just hole up and watch it.
Oh, yes.
And pretend to phone them from Paris every night or something.
Because every shot matters. It's always exciting.
Who's going to win this year?
Do you know what I think?
Come on.
I think it's going to be a draw.
Can't be a draw.
It can, 14 all. Then the US would retain the Ryder Cup, but it can be a draw.
No, but it's not a draw then, is it?
But it is.
Not if they keep the cup, it's not.
Europe 14, USA 14.
Yeah, who gets to keep the cup?
Well, them.
Well, then it's not a draw.
Well.
No, I know the score says it's a draw,
Yes.
but you retain the...
Well, no, okay.
See, this is why people don't like golf. See, we like golf, but we're now turning people off
Yes,
golf.
we
'cause
are. No,
it
no.
sounds stupid.
It's really exciting, everybody. Ignore what we've just said.
Yeah, it's 14 all, it's a draw, but America have won. Hey? Why are Radio 2 illuminated signs quivering? Is it the heat? I think it's the heat.
Maybe it's all this chat about golf.
Gonna use my legs, gonna use my style, gonna use my side step, gonna use my fingers, gonna use my imagination, 'cause I gonna make you see there's nobody else here, no one like me. I'm special, so special. I gotta have some of your attention. Give it to me. I got rhythm, I can't miss a beat. I got new skank, sorry, I got something. When can I tell? Gonna make you notice. Gonna use my arms, gonna use my legs, gonna use my style, gonna use my side step, gonna use my fingers, gonna use my imagination, 'cause I gonna make you see there's nobody else here, no one like me. I'm special, so special. I gotta have some of your attention. Give it to me, 'cause I gonna make you see there's nobody else here, no one like me. I'm special, so special. I gotta have some
I
of
can't wait for Vassos to write a book. Another one, obviously. He's a very successful running writer, but his take on life is pretty funny too. So Holly Willoughby's in the papers because she struck a new deal with M&S, and Boris Johnson is just in the papers because he's Boris Johnson. That explains how come the other two were in the top three, along with the great Alistair Cook. Surely Sir Alistair Cook come Christmas, I would imagine. This is BBC Radio 2. We are online on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM. It's 7 o'clock. Tuesday morning, here's Moira Stewart.
BBC News at 7 o'clock on Tuesday the 11th of September. Good morning. A spending watchdog has criticised the way the Home Office oversees police budgets in England and Wales. Public health officials have told the NHS in England to adapt more quickly to changing health demands, and the endangered animals making a return to the water. The Home Office has been accused of failing to understand the impact of cuts to the police service in England and Wales. The National Audit Office, which scrutinises public spending, says forces have been cutting staff to save money and arrest rates have fallen. The Home Secretary, Sajid Javid, is due to face superintendents at their annual conference in Leicester today. From there, our Home Affairs correspondent, Danny Shaw, reports.
The Home Office is spending £8.6 billion on the police service this year, but the National Audit Office says it's unclear if the money is being directed to the right places. The NAO says there's evidence the police are finding it difficult to deliver a good service. They're doing less proactive work, such as breathalyser tests, arresting fewer people and taking longer to charge suspects. The Home Office denies it doesn't understand the demands on policing. Sajid Javid, the Home Secretary, will tell superintendents later he's doing all he can to support frontline officers.
The NHS in England has been told it must respond much more quickly to changes in the health of the population. A report by public health officials said conditions such as back pain and dementia were increasing the burden on services. They also warned that life expectancy was plateauing, with women spending more years in poor health than men. Professor John Newton is from Public Health England.
Women live longer than men, and a larger proportion of deaths in women occur in the old and very old. And we are seeing, in response particularly to years when there's a lot of influenza, larger numbers of deaths in women. And that has caused short-term changes in the trend.
The Shadow Chancellor will today pledge that a future Labour government would give more rights to workers in the so-called gig economy. In a speech to the TUC Congress in Manchester, John McDonnell will say that casual staff should be eligible for benefits such as sick pay and minimum notice periods on the first day of their employment. He'll also set out plans to increase the power of trade unions. The White House says it's in close contact with officials on America's East Coast, which is bracing itself for the likely arrival of Hurricane Florence on Thursday. The governor of South Carolina has ordered people living on its coastline to leave their homes, while 2 other states have declared emergencies. From Los Angeles, here's Peter Bowes.
Hurtling towards the US East Coast with growing wind speeds, the authorities fear Hurricane Florence could have a deadly impact on several states, with the Carolinas and Virginia the hardest hit. An estimated 1 million people are fleeing to safety, not sure whether they'll have homes to return to. Close on the heels of Florence, 2 other storms are expected to increase in ferocity in the coming days. The Atlantic hurricane season is proving relentless.
Russia's biggest military exercise since the Cold War is due to begin in eastern Siberia. 300,000 soldiers are expected to take part in 5 days of war games involving 36,000 military vehicles and 1,000 planes. Theresa May will set out plans today to boost the zero-emission vehicle sector when she addresses a summit in Birmingham. The government has pledged more than £100 million in funding for research and development in low-carbon technology. Endangered water voles are being returned to a stretch of river where they haven't been seen for more than 30 years. The National Trust has begun releasing 150 of the animals at 6 sites along the River Aller on the Holnicote Estate in Exmoor in Somerset. It's part of a project to return water voles to 5 rivers across England and Wales. Alex Rader from the Trust says many fell victim to the predatory American mink.
The vole had no defence against the mink, which is just big enough to actually get inside the vole barrows and hoik them out. And it cut a swathe through the vole population. In fact, it was almost the sole prey of that particular animal for as long as there were voles around.
The actress Olivia Newton-John has spoken publicly about being diagnosed with cancer for a 3rd time. The star of Grease, who's 69, said she was using natural treatments such as medicinal cannabis as well as having radiation therapy. She told an Australian television programme that while there were moments of despair, she believed she could win over the disease and had nothing to complain about. Today's weather forecast: overcast with showers for much of England, Wales and Northern Ireland. Sunshine and showers in Scotland. Top temperatures 23 Celsius in London, 19 in Cardiff and 16 in Edinburgh and Belfast. BBC News, it's 7:05.
Thank you, Maura. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Online, on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your radio talking. And we want to wish you all a very happy Tuesday, the 11th of September morning.
This is your wake-up call. Moira
and Rachel.
Good friendlies. Thank you for tuning in. This is BBC Radio 2, the breakfast show here till 9:30. And today, representing Somerset, I can tell you it's already special because Alexandra Jane is helping the Clevedon Light Opera Club with their junior production of High School Musical. She's on call for the dress rehearsal before curtain up at the Princess Hall on Wednesday. Representing Surrey, Carol Hewson is limbering up for the Wantondon Folk Dance Club. She'll be hitting the dance floor with reels and jigs to get fit after the summer break. Nice idea. And representing Cornwall, Adam Simmons is heading to Nottingham Trent University to hand in his MA History dissertation. Today's show is dedicated to Alistair Cook and his farewell 147 at the Oval yesterday. No, we're not talking snooker, talking cricket. And today's show is entitled A Pound of Worry Never Bought an Ounce of Anything. Worrying is akin to praying for failure. Just don't do it. Don't worry. No point.
Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful
Good morning, Great Britain, and welcome to another day on planet Earth.
BBC Radio 2. Here is the reason we're here.
One banana, two banana, three banana, four. Four bananas make a bunch and so do many more. Over hill and highway the banana buggies go. Coming up to bring you the banana split show. Making up a mess of fun. Making up a mess of fun. Lots of fun for everyone. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Four banana, three banana, two banana, one. All bananas playing in the bright warm sun. Flipping like a pancake, popping like a cork. Flingo, dingo, Cooper and Storm. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la, la-la-la-la.
You're listening to the Chris Evans Breakfast Show on BBC Radio 2.
This is the last time that I will say these words. I remember the first time, the first of many lies, sweep it into the corner. I hide it under the bed to say these things that go away, but they never do. Something I wasn't sure of, but I was in the middle of. Something I forget now,
This is the last time. BBC Radio 2. September the 11th, 2018. Can anybody better this? The most meeting-sounding meeting I've heard of this year. It's from Graham Cooper. Morning, Graham, from the National Grid. He's just said this. Good morning, Chris. Up early, on my way to the government's Zero Emissions Vehicles Summit in Birmingham. That is a very meeting-sounding meeting, isn't it? Can anybody beat that? Can you beat going to the government's Zero Emissions Vehicles Summit in Birmingham? Is it a one-day summit? 2 days. Are you there till Thursday? Do you have name badges? Do you not have name badges? How do they decide whether it's a name badge or not? I don't know. What's the security like nowadays? Kurt and Holly Willoughby put the smart back into Marks and Spencer, the front page of the Express, also on the front page of the Mail. More lolly for Holly. As she banks the M&S deal. I don't know how it works. I don't know if she's paid to wear M&S clothes on This Morning. I think it's something like that. I think that's all allowed now, isn't it? With product placement and things. That was part of the ITV deal, I think. After I'm a Celebrity, £2.3 million a year, Holly nabs another top job as the new face of M&S. And here she is in the papers today, walking down the street. I don't know if this is a photo shoot, but if it's not, I mean, she's so photogenic anyway, isn't she? You try and take a bad photo of Holly Willoughby, my wife, or Meghan Markle. Just go on, have a go. Just try and do that now today if you can. Anyway, she's here in a £69 tailored coat, very nice pink coat, with a £29.50 check skirt, very chic. Very smart. She's got a black tassel bag, which is £35. Can't quite see that. It can't be a photo shoot because you can't see the bag properly. It must be just her snap walking down the street in full M&S top to toe. Other supermarket, high street superstores, department stores are available, and Debenhams for now, but only for now, perhaps. Daily Mirror front page, Debenhams in battle for survival. And is The Bodyguard cliffhanger all that it seems? Now, I didn't see The Bodyguard on Sunday. I was going to catch up to that, but there's no blimmin' point because she gets killed. It's all over the it's all over the papers. You can't move for it. It's all over the papers.
Now to judge what I'm doing.
Hang on a minute. Don't shoot the messenger. It's on the front page of all the papers, for heaven's sake. Have you not seen either, Merrily? But the point is, Merrily, it may not be as it seems. She may not be dead. She just looked like she was deaded. 7:15.
I made no promises. I can't do golden rings, but I'll give you everything. Magic is in the air. There ain't no science here, so come get your everything. I made no promises. I can't do golden rings, but I'll give you everything. Magic is in the air. There ain't no science here, so come get your everything. Tonight.
You acting tonight?
Is it loud enough? 'Cause my body is calling for you, calling for you. I need someone to do the things that I do. I'm healing on, energy's taking control. I'm speeding up, my heartbeat's dancing alone. I made no promises, I can't do golden rings, but I'll give you everything. Magic is in the air, there ain't no science here, so come get your everything. I made no promises, I can't do golden rings, but I'll give you everything. Magic is in the air, there ain't no science here, so come get your everything. Tonight.
You acting tonight?
'Cause I need a green light, day and night, say that you're mine. 'Cause I need your green light, day and night, say that you're mine.
The bombshell that caught us off guard. 15 unanswered questions about the bodyguard. That's in The Sun, and the Mirror doing the same. Listen, I've spoiled myself as well, if you forgive the expression, because we haven't caught up with it at our house, and we were going to tonight. In fact, we still will, because everything is not as it seems. More twists once again. The Chubby Checker. As drama has to have now on TV to survive, to get on in the first place, because the standard of writing has just gone up so much because of HBO and Netflix and what's the other one, Amazon and all this kind of stuff. So everything's got to be so much better than it ever was, and it is, thank heaven. And who's the winner? Who wins there? Us, the viewers, us, the consumer. But Strangers started last night, and John Sim was on the show to talk about that on Friday. So all the big guns are kicking in, because autumn is when the telly companies really have to step up to the plate. The independent TV companies have to do it because they've got the big Christmas advertising going on. And of course, the more views they get, the more they can charge. And the BBC has to do it to keep up with those guys. And that's how come it's all pretty good. We have Kevin McLeod on at 8:15, for example, talking about the return, the 18th season of Grand Designs. You see, it's all going on telly and on the radio, in fact. Chris, Axe says, driving to work. Axe, there's a name. Worry, why worry? If you can do something about it, don't worry. If you can't do anything about it, then no point in worrying. Well, that's the Serenity Prayer, isn't it? God give me the grace to accept to change what I can, the courage to accept what I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that applies to anything you like. There's a big story in the papers today about gut feelings and why if we go with our gut, with our instinct, it's often better than if we go with our brain. But we've talked about that before. We'll talk about it later, again, because it's fascinating. Chris Baker says, yesterday I was listening to your show. Well, thank you, Chris Baker. With Richard Ashcroft on my way to work. I would like to say, what a great show and interview. I was singing all the way to work. Well, he didn't take any interviewing, did he? He's so profound. He just went off on one, and it was fascinating. It was engaging. It was compelling. It was sincere. It was from the heart. It was from way down deep where it matters. If you didn't hear Richard Ashcroft talking, not being interviewed, just talking very ethereally on this programme, then listen again on the iPlayer. It was about just before 8:20, 8:15, 8:15. Go to the BBC Radio player and listen to yesterday's show or the iPlayer and do similar. Right, Matt's here with the weather, I think he's here with the weather somewhere. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Chris.
All right, where are you this morning?
Well, you might hear the echo, of course, around me this morning, but that's because I'm in Hull, Minster, and actually in the shadow of a 7-metre diameter sculpture of the moon. Amazing sight to see. It's all part of British Science Festival, which is running over the next 4 days here in Hull. Lots of exhibits to come and see and do. I've also popped outside the Minster recently, and what I can tell you, not just here but across much of England and Wales, it is an incredibly mild start to the day. We've got temperatures around 16 to 18 degrees for most at the moment. Now, if you're in southern England and across parts of East Anglia, you'll get away through the day, staying that on the warm side. Fair bit of cloud. There will be some sunshine at times, but temperatures could get anywhere between 22 and 24 degrees. Across the Midlands and South Wales, many start dry and cloudy at the moment, and very mild, but it will turn wetter through the day as rain starts to edge down from the north. Temperatures here at around 19 to 21. But that does mean for those in North Wales and Northern England, where it is absolutely soaking at the moment, lots of heavy rain around, that rain will ease off, you'll be glad to hear. So the journey home from work will be better than the journey in. Lots of minor flooding around at the moment, but there'll be some afternoon sunshine. It will start to feel fresher though, temperatures generally around 16 to 18. Across Scotland, Northern Ireland though, you'll have not only the freshest of the weather, but best of the sunshine today. Some showers are across Scotland, particularly in the north and the west, but many will get through the day largely dry and temperatures around 13 to 16 degrees. Tonight the rain moves north. Tomorrow it's southern counties of England who'll see the rain. Most will have some sunshine. Enjoy your day.
Cheers, Matt. Thank you. You too. And I've just been told by Mary Merrily, who's producing the show for the next couple of weeks while Gordon Graham is holidaying en famille with his little one. He enjoys little one and another one on the way, baking as we speak. Mary Merrily said that the Richard Ashcroft interview not only is available on the iPlayer, on Listen Again, or the BBC Radio Player, but we have clipped up that interview. Is that right? Do you clip it up? Is that what you do? Do you bolt it together as well? Would you bolt it? One might bolt it together after clipping it up. And it's available just, as it is, Toot Searle on our website. Is that correct? I know. Listen to us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Radio 2 Sounds of the 80s.
With Gary Davis.
Every Friday night, we'll turn it up and relive all your favourites from this incredible decade.
Girl, you are to me. Oh, we're halfway there.
This is a journey into sound.
I'm on the hunt, I'm after you.
All the classics in one place.
Sounds of the 80s.
With me, Gary Davis.
Keep that frequency clear.
Now push it.
Listen this Friday night from 10.
And everything. Not anything and everything. Everything that exists is an opposite and equal reaction, is that correct? Or phenomenon. That's the thing about staying positive. Beware about the old staying positive thing. Sometimes better to stay neutral, because if you go all positive, there has to be a negative as well at the end of that. That's the little chink in that kind of philosophy. But anyway, moving on. This morning's on this day. For the 11th of September, comes to us courtesy of a roaring reggae expert who's celebrating 50 years of Trojan Records on Radio 2. When tonight at 9 p.m, it's Levi Roots.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Levi. Over to you.
On this day in 1998, the 16th Commonwealth Games opened in Malaysia, becoming the first Asian country to host the Games. In 1297, William Wallace and his Scottish army of rebels beat the English at the Battle of Stirling Bridge. In 1895, the original FA Cup trophy was stolen from a Birmingham shop window. In 1909, Max Wolf rediscovered Halley's Comet. And finally, in 1988, Womack and Womack single Teardrops peaked at number 3 in the UK singles chart.
Thank you, Levi. In the last episode of the current series, Levi is joined by the studio by Nick Davis. He's always joined by the studio. Goes with the territory. We have 3 sleeps till we are live on The Breakfast Show from Paul Weller's Black Barn Studios. Very famous studios in the world of music, and we're live from there with Paul playing 5 tracks for us. 5 tracks for us on Friday morning from 8:15. Jumping Jimmy Flash's last show. He's leaving to do his own show in radio in Leicester, in the whole world of radio in Leicester. Is that from Monday, James? Is it really? 12 till 4. Midday, he's up against Jez Devine, or Jez Devine is up against Jumping Jimmy Flash and Steve Wright. He's going to take the both of them to come close to slaying the new big radio superstar. The behemoth that is going to be Jumping Jimmy Flash on Radio Leicester. Chris, says Judy, you reminded me this morning of that very flight. This was the first Virgin flight back into the UK after 9/11. Today, of course, is the 70th anniversary of 9/11. I was your cabin crew member who looked after you and all your fellow passengers. It was indeed a nervous time. It was a very nervous flight. Everybody was so respectful towards each other. There was so much love on the plane, and so many memories of what had happened over the last few days. And then when the plane finally touched down at Heathrow, there was a huge round of applause. I mean, we were all hugging each other. Like you, says Julie, my previous trip had been to New York, where I'd been to the Nail Bar at the bottom of the Trade Centre. There, for the grace of God, go us. Absolutely. Where were you, Rachel?
I remember I was in my granny's house at home in Fermanagh, and my dad phoned and said, turn on the news. My brother was there as well. And so I was only about early 20s. I just finished university and I was about to start a course to become a journalist, and it just felt like a very sort of seismic moment.
Well, it was. And I got 5 memories like that, sort of 5 big public memories. I think the first one was when Elvis died. Remember where I was on the way home from school, walking home from school. And then when John Lennon was assassinated. Remember that very well. And then Diana dying, which was at the weekend, wasn't it? Saturday night, Sunday morning. Do you remember that? And then there was 9/11. Then there was Brexit. That was the other big one, because we were at Glastonbury. Do you remember? We were at Glastonbury when it was announced. Bizarre. How's the travel?
The travel is busy. M62 westbound from Junction 19 Haywood and Junction 18 Sinister Island. Queuing traffic and 1 lane closed due to a breakdown. Another breakdown on the M6 northbound between Junction 27 Standish and Junction 20 Leyland. All traffic is currently being held. Well then, M25 clockwise, Junction 24 Potters Bar and Junction 24 Potters Bar to 25 Enfield. We have severe delays. 3 lanes closed because of a breakdown. Travel line is 03700 100 200.
Thank you, Rachel Horn, with the travel. Sorry, the applause was for the children.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you sort of deserve it anyway, of course. Henry Jones is here. Good morning, Henry.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Henry, from Herworth near Darlington. Henry is 6. And what did you do for the first time ever yesterday?
Go to Beavers.
You did go to Beavers. How was it? Was it good fun?
Yeah.
What did you get to do?
We got to play with the Infinity Ring.
Right. How do you play with the Infinity Ring? What's that game? What do you do?
Well, you have to pass it round and you have to say your name.
Right, that's good. That's good. And you keep it spinning, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, and then there's the behaviour chart. That means you're ready for Beavers. If you're bad, you go down to what? If you're naughty, you go down to think about it. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And is there a little symbol there for that? Is there a picture of thinking about it?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's like an emoji thinking.
A little sad face thinking?
Yeah.
All right. And if you're good, you go to good job. And is there a face there?
Yeah.
What's that face?
A smiley face.
Yeah, thank heaven for that. Right, mark yourself out of 10.
9.
Brilliant. When emojis work at Beavers. Right, Lucy Bryce is here. Good morning, Lucy.
Good morning, Chris.
Morning, Lucy from Belfast. And what are you doing for the first time ever today at the age of 11?
I'm being a mascot for the Northern Ireland football team tonight.
Nice work. Who are they playing? Sorry, I don't know.
Israel.
All right, will you come back tomorrow and tell us how that was?
Yeah.
Thank you. And let's hope all the home nations do better than at the weekend. If one of them win, that'll be job done. Right, good, thank you. 7:31 headlines now with Moira Stewart.
BBC News, a spending watchdog says the way the Home Office allocates money to police forces in England and Wales is ineffective and out of date. The National Audit Office says officers are struggling to deliver an effective service. Health officials have warned that the NHS in England needs to adapt to changing health demands as common illnesses put more pressure on the service. A report by Public Health England shows more people are living with conditions such as back pain and dementia. The Shadow Chancellor, John McDonnell, will today promise that a Labour government would give more rights to workers in the gig economy. He'll use a speech in Manchester to say that casual staff should be eligible straight away for benefits such as sick pay. More than 1 million people living in coastal areas in the US state of South Carolina have been told to leave their homes in preparation for Hurricane Florence. It's feared the storm could cause widespread flooding when it arrives on Thursday. The weather here, cloudy across much of the UK with showers in Scotland. There's the BBC headlines. Our next news at 8 o'clock.
Right, this is just in from Joe in Dorset. Joe says, "Hi Chris, sorry if I've already missed you talking about this, but did your wife get a photo with Lenny Kravitz on Sunday in Hyde Park?" What do you think, Maura?
I think she did.
No, she didn't. She didn't even go. But she can't go. She's expecting children. She needs to be very close to the hospital where she's booked to go into.
Away from the competition.
Yeah. No, nothing to do with that. Moving on. Today's Golden Oldie, please. Thank you.
Today's Golden Oldie, chosen by Lynn Swan from Perth. She says, when I was growing up in the 70s, this group was one of my mum's favourites. I love listening to this particular song on our record player, and as soon as the trumpet starts, I'd be up on my feet dancing. The track that takes Lynn back is the Stylistics with Can't Give You Anything But My Love.
Now this is a tune. Tune. Have you heard my Richard Curtis story about the Stylistics? Do you want to hear it? Okay, here it comes. So Emma Freud, partner of Richard Curtis, phones me up and says, look, Rich has written this new film. Actually, we've already made it. And there's a scene at the end where the couple who are in love are apart and it's raining. And they want to be back together. And we've got to hit this really big tune. We've got to come up with a song that just starts and then the final sequence starts and they do get back together. And it's Andy McDowell. Would it be Hugh Grant? I suppose it would, wouldn't it? And that's what's going to happen. What do you think? And I said, I'll call you back. And I thought, oh, this is a decision worth being part of. And I said, that's the song. That's your song there. It's the I could play it again. So imagine this. So there's a film and you've watched it and you've invested in it and you're with the characters and you're on the journey and you want them to get back together and it starts raining and she wanders outside Notting Hill House. And maybe it was Notting Hill. Maybe it was for Notting Hill, not Four Weddings. I'm not sure. Anyway, the point is she's walking down the street. No, it must be Four Weddings because that was Julia Roberts and this is Andy McDowell. She's walking down the street and it starts raining and you think, oh no, where's Hugh? Hugh, come and get it. Oh my goodness me. And just as you don't know what to do with your thoughts, this starts up and you just know it's all going to be all right. Don't you think so? Yes! Is it going to happen? Yes! And did they use it? Did they, heck? They went for Love Is All Around instead. Never mind.
Let me look at you.
Which proved to be quite successful, 17 weeks at number one as a result.
Tell the truth.
So they were right and I was wrong again.
Half the night, trying to crack your code. I could stay up half the night, but I'd rather hit the road. On the night that I met you, I was on the town. On the night that I met you, I just wanna know how you feel. I want a love that's so proud and real. You make me wanna go out and steal. I just wanna. I just wanna. Come on, baby, now. Help me work it out. I won't let you down, so you don't need to shout. I could stay up half the night, playing with your head. I could stay up half the night, but I'd rather go to bed. On the night that I met you, I was on the town. On the night that I met you, I just wanna know how you feel. I want a love that's so proud and real. You make me wanna go out and steal. I just wanna. I just wanna. And every day, and every way, and every day, and every way, I just wanna know how you feel.
Paul McCartney for you from the album Egypt Station, which is now out. Also known as Out Now. Paul McCartney joining Steve Wright this afternoon on Steve Wright in the Afternoon, the big show, 2 till 5. Here's a snippet from that chat.
Are you a rival of Mick Jagger or are you a friend?
No, friends. I don't even know how that came to be. I mean, I think it's probably just newspapers where it's a better story to say that the Stones and the Beatles hate each other. Or, I mean, if you remember one time, it was the Dave Clark 5 who hated us and we hated them. I mean, in actual fact, you always used to just see each other at clubs, you'd have a drink together, you'd hang out, you go to each other's parties. And it's always been, the Stones and the Beatles has always been a great friendship.
Lovely, and more of that chat with Paul McCartney, Sir Paul McCartney, with Sir Steve Wright. He's in my eyes and my ears every day. This afternoon on BBC Radio 2. So, Kathy, thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy, I love you. I love you, Kathy. From Worsley. Chris, yes from me with your stylistics. I can't give you anything but my love. Final track from a soundtrack for a movie. It made me cry. Well, it has me crying thinking about what could have happened in that film had they gone with my choice instead of their own blimmin' choice of Love Is All Around. Morning, Richard. Morning, Emma. But let's have a look at the box office for Four Weddings. Let's see if they made the right decision or not. £2.1 million to make. Worldwide box office to date, and it's still counting, of course, because that's what happens to movies. £2.1 million. Did it do any good? Did it make its money back? $245 million. Yes, I think they made the right decision.
We invite you to a night of celebration dedicated to the human voice. You can hear the BBC Concert Orchestra and the 1,000-strong Some Voices Choir with a broad spectrum of music acts. From the soprano of Carly Powley to the rock vocals of Harry Day-Lewis with Roxy Music's Andy Mackay and Phil Manzanera. Friday night is Music Night presents BBC Music Day. Hosted by me, Angelica Bell, live at the Troxy in London on the 28th of September. To find out how to buy your tickets, visit the Radio 2 website.
Thank you, Angelica. Nice work. 80 minutes to 8. So I'm wondering. So 4 weddings, 2.1 million quid to make. A current box office, because movies carry on, don't they? They just carry on making money forever. And good for them. $245 million is what the current box office for one way or another for 4 weddings stands at, which I think is 188 million quid, according to Mary Merrilies Maths, which is pretty much usually up to the job, which is a profit of, is it 940%? It's 94 times, so it's made 94 times its original budget. And I was thinking, is that the biggest margin of profit of any movie ever? Because I know that other movies have made, $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion. The Star Wars franchise, Avatar made a couple of billion, I think, didn't it? Something like that. Titanic made over $1 billion. But of course, they cost like 50 million, 100 million, 200 million to make. But that one, 4 weddings, 2.1 million quid to make, and it's taken 188 million so far. Pro rata, is that the best performance of a movie of all time? It can't be far off, can it? Richard, you'll know. Send me a text. Right, what's going on in the papers? Lots in the papers today. Kirsty Allsopp is causing a stir. About every 6 months, Kirsty causes a domestic stir, and I like it because she's always got a point. And it always gets us talking, and so something always improves as a result. Whether she's right or wrong, she gets the conversation going. Kirsty is causing a stir after smashing up her children's electronic tablets because they broke their screen time rules, so she broke their screens. I mean, from an environment point of view, maybe she should have given them away or something to a children's charity, but she smashed them in a moment of ire. Because that's the thing, you've got if you put the rules in place, then if they're broken, there has to be consequences. So that's in all the papers today. Endangered water voles are being brought back to the River Aller in Exmoor in Somerset. They were last seen there in the 80s. They're being reintroduced into the environment, and pigs are roaming free in the New Forest to forage for acorns as part of their yearly pannage. We were talking about acorns at the weekend. Is an acorn a nut? And if an acorn is a nut, what is a nut? Is a nut something that has a shell? And is that why sometimes we're called nutcases? Because we have a case around our nut, which is our brain. Our head case, our nut case. We are nutcases. Making myself giggle. Someone's got to. Alistair Cook. Surely he's going to be Sir Alistair Cook come this year's New Year's Honours list. You can't have this year's New Year's Honours, can you? You can only have next year's because of the new year. Anyway, you know what I mean. 147 and out. Well, out in style yesterday. Fairy tales do happen. That's one of the headlines in one of the papers this morning. After scoring 147 against India in his final test. Were you there? The headline saying, tell your grandchildren if you were. I was there. The Times says he's pure class from beginning to end. I've been listening to the tributes to Alistair Cook, and everybody who's worked with him, met him, come across him in any way, shape or form, says he is just a top human being. And they've trotted up his stats. In 12 years, he scored 12,472 runs for his national team. And, a fairy tale exit for him, 147 in his final test at the Oval, but also watching his 2 daughters, his wife who's about to go into labour at any moment, and his mum. How nice is that? Oh. Good comes to good. Hats off to Alistair. At the cricket yesterday, Mick Jagger, which is why we're playing this. Sort of. Not that we need a reason.
When
saw Mick Jagger at the cricket yesterday. I can't get no satisfaction. See, if we were to do another vintage bus Beano, I would try and get in contact with somebody who could turn the vintage bus, our 1953 Bedford SC bus, into a time machine and go back. We could auction off places to be at the Oval yesterday.
Yeah.
That would be handy, wouldn't it, Vassos?
Absolutely.
How would the bits for that look?
Today's sport is dedicated to anyone. There were loads of tickets available. There was nothing to play for in the series, but anyone who decided, you know what? I'm going to head to the Oval and I'm just going to watch Alistair Cook batting for one final time.
Yeah, regardless of what happens and what happened, the dream end. Beyond a dream, really. We said we were going to do that. Do you remember over the weekend and we just forgot? Do you remember? We had a chat about that.
I seriously thought about going to the Oval, especially when he was getting there. I was thinking, ooh, daughter's first day at school, pick up at the school day. I'm watching Alistair Cook. I went, I made the right decision.
Yeah.
I was at the school gates at noon.
Why was that another thought after daughter's first day of school?
No, there wasn't.
No,
really.
of course there was.
Seriously,
It just then
wasn't it?
sounded like there was.
No, it just that.
When you carried on talking after it just sounded like there would have been another thought after
This is
that.
you misunderstanding. No.
So that's the voice of Vassos. Rachel Horn's here with the Travel as well. Rachel, who booked a balloon flight for her hubby's 40th birthday yesterday. It was postponed, as most balloon flights are. That's part of the deal.
It's the anticipation.
You have to go through a few postponements before you actually get to enjoy your balloon flight. And I think you're getting more bang for your buck there.
Yeah, well, they say it's better to travel than to arrive. It's all about the anticipation.
I like that.
Yeah.
Rachel Horn. Morning, Chris. I had the gift of a balloon ride for my 60th birthday. I'm now almost 62. Still waiting to go. Fourth attempt. Maybe a Zimmer frame involved when I finally get to go. That's what's going on there. Acorns, are they nuts? Well, apparently they are. The acorn or oak nut is the nut of all nuts. It's the nut of the oaks. Usually contains a single seed, occasionally two seeds. This is a nut enclosed in a tough, leathery shell and born in a cup-shaped cupule. The thing about the acorn is it's only half a case, isn't it? It's a bit of a lazy case. It's a demi-case.
It's like a little cup.
It is a little cup, isn't it? That's what it is. Right, Red Dragon Pie, we talked about it earlier, is a veggie version. Can you have a pie named after a dragon that's a veggie pie? Can you do that? Is that allowed? It's a veggie version of cottage pie using beans and lentils. I used to make it a lot when kids were home, says Sue. Apparently they're very nice.
I don't mind it having dragon in the name and being veggie.
All right, I don't mind it either. Do you mind it, Rach?
I'm going to sit that one out.
Ooh, taking the fifth on that one. All right, now, can you out-meeting this sounding meeting? Graham Cooper from National Grid. I've never heard a meeting sound more like a meeting than this. He's off to the government's Zero Emissions Vehicle Summit in Birmingham. Well, Lou in Doncaster, having a bash, having a go here. Lou says, I am signing up a business administration apprentice at a global water treatment company today. Boom!
Yeah.
Says Lou.
Serious business.
Anybody jealous of Lou? Right, the bombshell that caught us off guard. This is to do with The Bodyguard. Everybody's talking about The Bodyguard today. Everybody's watching The Bodyguard. They're all tuning into The Bodyguard. We didn't see it on Sunday. All the newspapers have now told us what happened on Sunday, and I accidentally read that out 20 minutes ago. Sorry. If you weren't listening, then that's all right. If you were, I apologise. And Holly Willoughby, she's on the front page of all the papers today, putting the spark back into M&S, hopefully, because they've signed her up. Apparently now, if you work on ITV, since they relaxed the product placement laws for ITV, because ITV was struggling, because, for example, other channels, pay channels, they get to, A, charge for what they broadcast once, sometimes twice, sometimes three times, depending on what the initial fee is for the channels you're watching. Then there's a box office, and then there's a special channel for this. They charge for all that. And then they also charge for their adverts, and ITV was getting left behind. So the government's relaxed the rules and said, ITV, you can do some product placement. And I think Holly Willoughby may be getting paid to wear M&S stuff on This Morning. I think that may be how it works, or a combination of everything. Now, I'm thinking, in independent radio terms, can you do the same deal? Can you get paid for wearing things on the radio as long as you're not on the BBC? Just thinking ahead.
Putting that out.
Thinking ahead. That's us over to you.
So, as I say, the sport this morning is dedicated to you. If you were one of the 20,000 people who thought, you know what, I'm going to head to the Oval and watch Alistair Cook bat one final time, because this was an I was there moment.
Well, Cook try and get him in singles, and he cuts at this. He's going to get one of those singles as it goes to backward point. He moves to 97. The crowd applauding. Oh, there's overthrows. Oh my word, that's going to run away to the boundary. It is. Cook's done it. He's reached his 100. In his final test, he takes his helmet off. The crowd go berserk. What a magnificent moment.
Yeah, sometimes fairy tales do happen. Sometimes dreams do come true. Cook retires with a big cricket bag full of England records and a realistic claim to be called our greatest ever.
My greatest skill, I suppose, is being able to take a lot of emotion out of my batting and just be able to, on a real cliche, do a ball at a time. And actually, if there's ever a test of it, this week's probably been a test, because there's been obviously a lot of story about it and expectation and obviously goodwill as well. But what comes with the goodwill is a bit of pressure that you want to perform.
The brilliant series concludes today, a day when James Anderson needs one more wicket to break the record for wickets taken by a fast bowler. India start the day 58 for 3 with no realistic chance of winning. Now, one more number to bring you this morning. Number 1. Last night in Philadelphia, Justin Rose missed a putt to win a tournament. He then lost the playoff, but still became the new world golf number 1.
That's an amazing achievement. It's something I'm extraordinarily proud of. Obviously, you know, I'd love to have got there by winning, because that's what I've been saying for a while. I want to get to world number 1 by winning golf tournaments, and obviously just a poor playoff. Oh my God, just obviously sudden death. But delighted to be world number 1. It's boyhood dreams, you know what I mean?
And finally, football, much needed win for Scotland against Albania.
Rachel.
Yes.
Morning, Chris. My poor dad was given a balloon flight for his 60th birthday. He's now 68. Has he been? Have you been? No, he's not been. We've lost track of how many times it's been postponed, but we're still trying. This is Melissa in Montrose.
This is possibly the worst ever present I bought my husband.
Or the best 50th.
Ah, I like it. M6 northbound, severe delays between junction 27 for Standish and 28 for Leyland. 3 lanes are closed because of an accident and an oil spillage. In Wolverhampton, the A4150, the ring road at St David's, is closed due to police incident between the Chubb buildings and the A454 Bilston Road Island. Traffic in the area is very heavy. M40 southbound from the M42 interchange to junction 16, all traffic being held after a collision. M25 clockwise, junction 24 Potters Bar to junction 25 Enfield. Severe delays because of recovery work following an accident where a lorry has shed its load of steel. Congestion is back to junction 23. On the other side of the road, M25 anti-clockwise, 25 Enfield to 24 Potters Bar. A breakdown which is leading to long delays. M25 anti-clockwise still, junction 9 Leatherhead to junction 8 Reigate. All traffic is being held. More traffic later. I'm 03700 100 200.
Well, thank you very much, Rachel, and thank you very much, Vassos. This in from Stu. Good morning, Christoph. Could my son Joe get a honk, please? Joe hangs, there's your honk, Joe, waking up on campus on his first day as a student at the University of West England. Of course. To the news now.
Turn the lights off in this place, and she shines just like a star, and I swear I know her face. I just don't know who you are. Turn the music up in here, I still hear her loud and clear, like she's right there in my ear, telling me that she wants to own me, to control me. Come closer, come closer, and I just can't pull myself away under a spell I can't break. I just can't stop.
So, best box office in percentage terms with regards to the initial budget of the movie is what we're talking about to do with Four Weddings. Four Weddings cost 2.1 million quid to make, and it's currently taken 188.8 million at the box office, world box office, and counting. That's pounds, $246 million. Dirty Dancing did pretty well, budget 4.5 million. Worldwide box office and counting, 163.9 million pounds. Not quite as good as Four Weddings. The Blair Witch Project made 45 million quid, or has made 45 million quid at the box office. Cost £190,000 to make. £190,000. So that wins, doesn't it, so far, in relative terms? Interesting. Nice Tuesday morning distraction. Something to think about. Other than the things your brain wants you to think about, okay? If your brain is nagging you with something you don't want to think about, give it a job and it'll shut up. It'll go busy doing that job. It just wants something to do. And if you don't give it a job, it will give itself a job and then give you a pain, basically. Basically. This is BBC Radio 2 online, on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM. It's Tuesday morning. We're live from Wogan House in London. Here's Moira Stewart.
BBC News at 8 o'clock on Tuesday, the 11th of September. Good morning. The Home Office is facing claims it doesn't understand the impact budget cuts are having on the police. Labour is putting forward plans to give more rights to workers in the gig economy. And Russia prepares for its biggest military drill in decades. The public spending watchdog has accused the Home Office of failing to understand whether police forces in England and Wales are delivering value for money. The National Audit Office says the department's light touch approach also means it doesn't know enough about the changing nature of policing. The Home Office insists it does and says it increased funding this year. But Tom MacDonald from the watchdog said an out-of-date funding formula meant it was unlikely that money was being spent in the right areas.
We know, for example, it's taking longer to arrest people, that police are doing much less in the way of proactive work on the motorways and roads, giving out fixed penalty notices to motorists and doing breathalyzer checks. So all those things paint a picture of a service that is really under pressure at the sharp end.
Health officials say the NHS in England needs to adapt much more quickly to rapidly changing health demands in an ageing population. A report by Public Health England shows that conditions like diabetes and dementia are on the rise, while life expectancy is plateauing, with women living more years in poor health than men. Our health editor Hugh Pym has more details.
The number of people with diabetes in England is expected to rise from just under 4 million to almost 5 million by 2035, with much of that increase down to type 2 diabetes, which is linked to diet. Public Health England says average increases in life expectancy have slowed in recent years. It says that the number of years lived in good health have gone up slightly for men, but have fallen for women. The report says more people are living with back pain, skin conditions and sight and hearing loss, which will add to the workload of the NHS.
The charity Mind says almost half of workers in the UK have experienced mental health problems in their current job. A survey of more than 44,000 people found that 1 in 2 of those affected hadn't spoken to their employer. Fear, shame and job insecurity were some of the reasons given. The Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell will today promise that a Labour government would give more rights to staff in what's known as the gig economy and extend the power of the unions. In a speech to the TUC Congress in Manchester, he'll say Labour would aim to end exploitation. From Manchester, here's our political correspondent Ian Watson.
After a summer of difficult headlines, Labour wants to set out a more positive agenda at the TUC. John McDonnell is expected to say that the next Labour government would extend the rights of employees, in particular those working in the so-called gig economy. Workers in insecure employment could be given similar rights to those in permanent work, including eligibility for sick pay. In his speech, Mr McDonnell will pledge to restore the balance of power in the workplace between employees and employers. The Conservatives responded by saying they'd help the lowest paid through the national minimum wage.
President Trump has urged people on America's East Coast to be prepared and be careful ahead of the arrival of Hurricane Florence later this week. The storm, which is carrying winds of 130 miles an hour, is said to be gaining strength. Around 1 million people living in the coastal areas of South Carolina have been given evacuation orders, while 2 other states have declared emergencies. Theresa May is due to set out her vision for the UK to be at the forefront of zero-emission car production. The Prime Minister will give a speech in Birmingham today where she'll announce more than £100 million of funding for the green technology sector. Our transport correspondent Tom Burridge reports.
Scientists and engineers around the world are in a race to develop better batteries for electric vehicles. Ones that are made from more sustainable materials that can be recycled and, crucially, give drivers more miles between charging. Today, Theresa May will tell a Green Vehicle Summit in Birmingham that Britain can be a world leader in low-emission technology. The Prime Minister will allocate new funding and announce that several companies are investing more in developing green vehicles in Britain, as well as the infrastructure needed to charge them.
It's expected 300,000 soldiers will take part in Russia's biggest military exercise since the Cold War, which begins in eastern Siberia today. The War Games will see the deployment of 36,000 military vehicles and more than 1,000 aircraft in the coming days. Troops from China are also involved for the first time in a sign of strengthening relations with Russia. Today's weather forecast: a dull day with outbreaks of rain across much of England, Wales and Northern Ireland, and a mixture of sunshine and showers in Scotland. Top temperatures 23 Celsius in London, 19 in Cardiff and 16 in Edinburgh and Belfast. BBC News, it's 8:05.
Thank you, Maura.
Online, on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
Here we go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Maurice is there. It's going to be a dull day. I don't think we should say that in the weather. It's not Maura's fault. And it's not anybody's fault because we've been saying it for years. But why don't we just stop saying it? You know, it's going to be a rainy day. It's going to be a cloudy day. But it doesn't have to be a dull day, does it? Not a dull day. It doesn't have to be a dull day just because the weather's dull. My son said, my youngest, little Eli, said yesterday, he said, Daddy. I said, what? And the last thing he said to me of any significance was, can we live at Carfest? Okay, so bearing in mind that's where he is. That's where he is in his thought process. He said yesterday, he said, why isn't everything made with glitter?
How do you like your eggs in the morning?
I like mine with a kiss.
I'm with him. Good morning, Eli.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tuesday, Jack.
They've said, Tammy, stand by the jams. But if you don't like what they're going to do, you better not stop them 'cause they're coming through. Bring the beat back.
Displaced, KLF, Tammy Wynette, Justified and Ancient. 9 minutes past 8. Chris, could you give me a mention? I'm running the Berlin Marathon on Sunday. I'm running Free Kids Charity, says Harry. Are you? What, this Sunday? Not a week on Sunday. The frothy coffee man told me that the Berlin Marathon always clashes with the Windsor Half. Well, that's incorrect because it's not clashing this year with the Windsor Half. Rockin' Ross, are you running it, Ross? Rockin' Ross, our studio manager today, is going to the Berlin Marathon. He's attending with whom? His partner. All right, good. By the way, people talking about Ross, studio managing today. Ross, of course, Ross Poldark. Shall we draw any further connections with that? Yes, you should. He looks exactly like him. He really does. Handsome Rockin' Ross, studio managing today. Have you had that before, Ross? Well, you should have had. He doesn't look like Aidan Turner. He looks like Aidan Turner as Ross Poldark. Am I exaggerating? Am I? No, I am not exaggerating. A very handsome studio manager. In fact, we have a stable of handsome studio managers on this show. All right, today's show is dedicated to Alistair Cook and his farewell. 147 against India at the Oval yesterday. If you were there, well done. Well done especially to him, watched by his family and his beautiful wife. I think it was his mum that was there, or his mother-in-law was with his daughters and his wife as well. And of course, his wife now overdue with their third child. So it's going to be a great week for a great man. Alistair Cook, and today's show is entitled A Pound of Worry Never Bought an Ounce of Anything. Who said that? One of the wisest people ever to live. My mum said that. Pound of worry never bought an ounce of anything. Worrying is akin to praying for failure. Don't do it, it's not worth it. Now, I love it when a newspaper knows their audience. In fact, I love it when any medium knows its audience. Radio shows, TV stations, whatever. The front page of the Times knowing their audience. Here we go. Are you ready for this? They know our audience too. How to look after your knees on the front page of the Times. Well, I'm buying a copy. All right, number 1, leg raises and lunges. Number 2, weight loss. Number 3, ibuprofen. Staple diet of the 50-somethings. Number 4, knee braces. Number 5, magnets. There's more. I'll get into more detail about that in a moment or two. And the top 5 most profitable movies of all time, considering what they cost to make and what they've ended up taking and still taking at the box office. Number 5, Napoleon Dynamite, budget £306,000, currently taken $35 million. Mad Max at number 4, currently taken $75 million, original budget $229,000. American Graffiti, original budget of $595,000. Currently taking $107 million. Paranormal Activity at number 2. Currently taking $147 million. Original budget $11,000. What? Number 1, The Blair Witch Project. Budget $45k. Box office £189 million and counting. Here's Boy George now, Culture Club. Their brand new song. Let Somebody Love You. Go on.
I'm young and I'm alive. I've got nothing to lose. A dream, a book, a lie, a kiss. So much to resist, and then I find you. I am fire, you are water, nothing we can do. I walk into the room and light your fuse. Love is revolution. War and famine too. Feel the hunger in your heart. Let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. Now I'm in the wilderness, somewhere in the heart of Spain. You flights it up with a smile, said sing it again. A dream, a book, a lie, a kiss. So much to resist, and then I find you. I am fire, you are water, nothing we can do. I walk into the room and light your fuse. Love is revolution. War and famine too. Feel the hunger in your heart. Let somebody love you. somebody love you. Live and direct, got a boy or a girl in your head. Could it be something I did or something you said? Live and direct, got a boy or a girl in your head. When the two sevens come together, I'm gonna love you forever and ever. I'm fire, you are water, nothing we can do. Love is revolution, war and famine too.
Oh, I do like this. Let Somebody Love You, Boy George and Culture Club. Very nice. Do not miss Steve Wright this afternoon. Steve Wright in the afternoon from 2 o'clock today with Sir Paul McCartney. Only Sir Paul Blimmin' McCartney on Steve's show this afternoon. On our show! On Friday, we're live from Paul Weller's Black Barn Studios, where the Mod Father himself will be playing live on the day of his 24th album, The True Meanings, is released. Heavyweight Ray Winston's going to be here, making a pit stop with news of the heist film King of Thieves, in which he stars with basically every amazing veteran British actor that's still alive. There you go. It's so much easier than reading through the cast list. But I mean, I could go through it. Michael Gambon's in it, so Michael Gambon. Ray Winston, as I say, is in it, so Michael Caine's in it. Lots of other people are in it. Tom Courtney's in it. Jim Broadbent's in it. They're all in it. That's it. They're all in it. That's it. They're in it. Charlotte Riley's going to be with us too. Charlotte Riley fills us in on her BBC One drama press and her BBC Two thriller Trust. Donald Gleeson's going to be here too with news of his latest role in the mystery film The Little Stranger, which I've got encoded on my wife's computer. I don't have one. That I'm going to watch tonight with my wife, hopefully. And also there's a whisper of Jan Anomaly maybe popping in. Who knows? But we're going to be there and we hope you're with us too. And that's going to be very exciting. Well, it is very exciting. It's going to be great. Sue from Canterbury says, Chris, I'm with Eli. I want to develop his theory that everything should be built with inbuilt glitter, made with inbuilt glitter. Chris, I wish dust was made of glitter. Then we'd never have to clean our houses.
Let's do it. Sarah Cox.
Excited. Woo! Oh, I wish I had a big skirt on that I could flap about. I want to see if Elaine Page has got a couple of maracas under her desk. She normally does have.
Monday to Thursday nights from 10.
Welcome along then. Yesterday I was banging on about swimming in that pond. I went back today. I said I would. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Counting the minutes till I could slip into the murky green water again. It's beautiful. The stuff I talk about on the radio, the next day I then do. So if tonight we just happen to cover like lip piercing and dog agility, I'll probably find myself doing that tomorrow.
Sarah Cox. BBC Radio 2. Monday to Thursday nights from 10.
She's daft.
All right, all the big guns, all the autumn big guns are exploding onto our telly screens now. Over the last fortnight, we've had The Bodyguard, we've had Vanity Fair, Stranger started on ITV last night, and then Strictly's kicked off, and The X Factor as well. And Grand Designs returns very soon indeed. Here is the host, Kevin McLeod. Good morning, Kevin.
Morning, Chris.
Celebrating nearly 20 years at the helm of Grand Designs. The 18th series of Grand Designs begins a week tomorrow, the 9th of September, 9 p.m. on Chart 4. Kevin, tell us of the twins in Series 19, please.
Oh, well, John and Nick, they're brilliant. They're beautiful. It's the first we've been able to do a film about design DNA, because you've got literally two identical twins, each driving identical cars, in business together, each with a partner, each with a dog, and they're building two almost identical houses next to each other overlooking a small lake they own. It's hilarious.
That is very funny. So how many programmes, how many houses are we looking at this on this run?
I think we got 7 this time, seven and a one revisit, and which is, we try and squeeze the juice out of the projects we're running at any one time to make a series. And this year, we've done it, even though some of the fruit we're squeezing is made of granite and concrete. So it's kind of I mean, just squeeze the series out this year, which is great, and we're broadcasting next year and the year after. So we've got loads of stuff on.
All right. Now, doubly exciting, I think, is when you get a Brit couple who go, who go on a foreign adventure. Mediterranean, we've seen Italy, we've seen Spain, but this time you have a Spanish architect coming over here to convert, try and seek permission to convert a Grade 2 listed building of Folly.
It's hilarious because so he gets on with the planners, as you might expect a Spaniard to get on with the planners, and the conservation officer just does not understand how it is possible that a conservation officer could decide what colour he should paint his windows, and that's British red tape all over, isn't it?
No, I said this to Chloe because Chloe, who works on the show, who talked to you earlier on, I believe, she said, "What is this Grade 2 star thing?" I said, "Oh, I was involved in that once," and we had to present. I think it was English Heritage with 6 different tones of grouting, 6 different coloured tones of grouting for them to pick one from. This does happen. This is true, isn't it, Kev?
Yeah. I once, a friend of mine who's a painter, he painted 6 samples on the inside of a listed building for the conservation officer to look at. 6 different colours around the room. Eventually, after 2 hours, she chose one, left, and a mate of mine said to him, which colour is it? He says, they're all the same.
No.
They're just painted on different walls.
Oh, dear. Anyway, is that good karma or bad karma? I'm not quite sure. Right, so you love an exhibition, don't you? You love a show. You love a live show. What's going on next, live-wise?
I like to meet my customers.
What's going on?
We're heading up to the NEC, taking the bandwagon with us and setting up our camp there beginning of October, 10th of October, for about a week there, and it's great. We do that twice a year, and once in the spring, once in the autumn, and it's a great shindig, great festival, really good fun.
Grand Designs Live takes place at the NEC in Birmingham from the 10th to the 14th of October. Now, I'm so glad you just said there that you do it twice a year, because I thought I was going mad. I'm sure he was on about a minute ago to talk about the other one. Couldn't have been last year. So there are 2 a year, for heaven's sake. Thank you.
There are 2 a year, yes.
Good. Are you on the move today? Are you always filming? In between seeing your family, breathing, and doing the other things one has to do as a human being, are you always filming? Is that what you do?
Yeah. Although my season follows that of builder, so I have a builder's tan and I have a builder's diary. So I work from about April through till November, and then it goes quite quiet. So I then start to worry whether I'll ever earn any money again. But yeah. Hey, listen. By the way,
come on.
Talking of this, I just want to mark this moment, Christopher.
Yes.
And say I'm sorry you're leaving, but wherever you go, we will love you.
Okay, well, I will be available. I will be. People kept. Have you been told to say this on my behalf? Thank you very much. Because I met loads of people and said, "Oh, sorry, you're retiring." I'm not retiring. Just going somewhere else. I'll be on at the same time, just somewhere else, which I'm not going to mention yet, but I'll mention loads just before I go.
I'm marking the moment. That's all. I'm just.
All right. Will you still come and see me at the new gaff?
Of course.
Okay, that has a grand design of its own, but you can come and check it out. You can mark it if you like out of 10. All right, Kev, lovely to talk to you again, as always.
And you, Chris.
Thank you, pal.
Take
Cheers.
care.
I thought he was going to tell us how many times he's been on the show. I thought it was like a significant number of appearances for Kevin. He's always welcome on the show, isn't he? We love Kevin McLeod, and we love Grand Designs. It's back on the telly on the 9th of September, a week tomorrow, 9 p.m. on Channel 4, and it's always on repeat somewhere. Grand Designs Live, NEC Birmingham, 10th to the 14th of October. Tickets at granddesignslive.com. You're welcome. 8:22, Radio 2.
Right now, you're
Stuart, knock on wood. Why can't you mention where you're going? I can. I haven't been told that I can't. I just think it's inappropriate and you shouldn't do that. And I just think it's bad form until you don't do that now. You don't advertise the station you're going to now on the station you're on and you've loved and you always will love and you've been here for 13 years. That's not going to happen. But I'm not. I'd just like to point out, not popping off to any, not popping off the radio mortal coil anytime just yet. Unfortunately for people who don't like me. All right, number 5, magnets. This is how to look after your knees. Magnets. You ready for this? Magnets.
Magnets?
Yeah, I mean, it's not... You won't find these in your top drawer, but they do work, apparently. Because as you approach a certain age, things... Because we're like a car, aren't we? They do say... Somebody said to me once, it's so sensible. Imagine if you could only have one car. Imagine there was a universal law that said you can only ever have one car, just the same car. Not one car as opposed to 2 cars and change the one car every now and again. Just one car. So you get a car and it's the only car you're ever going to have. How much would you have to look after that car?
Well, a lot, but there'd be a lot of decisions to make about how big a car. Because if you pick it when you're 17, you might not be thinking about seats in the boot for children.
Which is another issue. And you're quite right. It's another one on top of the original one. But you would look at whichever car you therefore chose in the end, you'd still have to look after it if you had any sense about you.
Very true.
Well, we do only get one body. That's
Correct.
the thing. We only get one body. And we don't, some of us, lots of us, don't look after it like we should. And then things start to break down, particularly your knees and your hips. Sooner than you think, let me tell you, you 30-somethings and early 40-somethings. But anyway, this is how to look after your knees. Front page of the Times. Magnets. Strap magnets to your knees or use magnet mattresses and mattress pads while you sleep. Where'd you get these? Where'd you get these from?
Strap magnets to your knees. That fridge magnets, just off the fridge. Gaffer tape them on.
I don't know. They'll increase, whatever you do, whichever magnets you use, they'll help increase the circulation of iron in the blood, which helps deliver nutrients to the joints. So you're affecting your own blood flow here.
Okay.
Is that
should we be bionic
should
man?
we be tinkering with this? Good. These are great ideas. So here we have, don't we, under the radar suggestions for amazing Christmas presents for 40-somethings and 50-somethings.
Oh, that's helpful.
Right, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Now that you have had your...
Give them my track record.
postponed. Number 4, knee braces. More evidence of their effects is emerging. They seem to stabilise the kneecap so that it moves in the right direction. Number 3, ibuprofen. Well, ibuprofen rules in our house, and of course you do get the home brand, don't you? The own brand ibuprofen, which is that's like 1,000,000% cheaper than the branded one. Number 2, weight loss. The more you weigh, the more shock is absorbed by your knees, but losing weight will help. However, prioritise strength gains before weight loss because, of course, muscle weighs more than fat, so you may be getting fitter, but your scales may be telling you that you're getting heavier, but that may not be a bad thing. Number 1, leg raises and lunges. Strengthened quadriceps muscles will lead to stronger knees. Start by walking widths in a swimming pool. The water resistance will make your leg muscles work harder, and you'll be shriveled to the equivalent of a prune by the time you finish. Right, here's Rachel with a travel 8:27 on Radio 2.
M6 northbound between junction 27 Standish and junction 28 Leyland. We have severe delays. 3 lanes closed due to an accident and an oil spillage. It's affecting the A59 heading north between Charnock Richard and Clayton Le Woods. M25, very heavy traffic this morning. Junction 24 Potters Bar and junction 25 Enfield. This is on the clockwise stretch. 2 lanes are closed. There are delays. There's been an accident. A lorry lost its load of steel. Congestion is back to junction 22. M25 anti-clockwise. Pretty much on the other side of the road from the first incident. Junction 25 Enfield to 24 Potters Bar. There was an accident. All lanes are now reopened, but the congestion is still back to junction 27 at the M11 interchange. M25 anti-clockwise, junction 9 Leatherhead to junction 8 Reigate. 2 lanes closed and queuing traffic. Highways England expect the lanes to remain closed throughout the morning rush. And the M27 junction 5 Southampton Airport to junction 7 Hedge End. Queuing traffic with a broken down lorry. Let me know how your journey's going. 03700 100 200.
As Rachel, here comes Cat Stevens.
Remember the days of the old schoolyard? We used to laugh a lot. Oh, don't you remember the days of the old schoolyard? When we had imaginings and we had all kinds of things and we laughed and needed love, yes I do. Oh, and I remember you. Remember the days of the old schoolyard. We used to cry a lot. Oh, don't you remember the days of the old schoolyard? When we had simplicity and we had warm toast for tea, and we laughed and needed love. Yes, I do. Oh, and I remember you.
You were my sweet love.
My first sweet love.
My love, love.
My love, lovey dove.
No matter what place,
Wherever the place,
I still see a face.
your smiling face. Inside my dreams, God save our dreams. Though time may fade,
It ain't never too late
to learn about love. Learn about love. Remember the days of the old schoolyard? We used to laugh a lot. Oh, don't you remember the days of the old schoolyard? When we had imaginings and we had all kinds of things, and we laughed and needed love. Yes, I do. Oh, when I remember you.
What a tune, 8:31. Cat Stevens, BBC Radio 2, Moira Stewart, ahead of today's 80 Smashers.
BBC News. The National Audit Office has criticised the way police forces in England and Wales are funded, saying the Home Office doesn't understand the impact of its budget cuts. The government department says it does and reviewed police pressures in detail last year. Health officials are warning that the NHS in England needs to quickly adapt as more people are living with conditions such as dementia and back pain. A report from Public Health England says an ageing population is driving the change. The Shadow Chancellor, John McDonnell, will promise that the next Labour government will give more rights to workers in the gig economy. In a speech to the TUC conference in Manchester, he'll also say his party would extend the power of the unions. Russia's biggest military exercise since the Cold War is beginning in eastern Siberia. 300,000 soldiers are expected to take part in 5 days of so-called war games. Today's weather forecast: cloudy across much of England, Wales and Northern Ireland, with showers in Scotland. Those are the BBC headlines. Our next news, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Maura. Somebody's raining on Eli's glitter parade. I'm just going to make sure he's at school. He's not still in the car. Because I think they might have a point. Right, today's 80 Smashers. Ryan Paris, Dolce Vita on the way. Nice pick. Did that get to number one and stop another amazing song getting from number one? I think it may have done. No, it didn't. All right, fair enough. All right, but first of all, Baltimore, Tarzan Boy. What was the 80s year for this? 1980 when, my friends?
It's alright, you won't be so. Take a chance, leave everything behind you. Come and join me, won't be sorry. It's easy to survive. Jungle life, we're living in the
Baltimore Times of Voice. So Eli is out of the car. He has been deposited at school, so we can talk about his glitter theory in a moment or two without hurting his feelings. Right, Ryan Parrish, Dolce Vita. What was the year for this? Was it higher or lower than Baltimore's 1985? Have a think.
Like in a Dolce Vita. This time we got it right. We're living like in a Dolce Vita. Gonna dream tonight. We're dancing like in a Dolce Vita. With lights and music on. Our love is made in the Dolce Vita. Nobody else than you. Starless night, together with our love again. Another light before we drown in darkness. Say you never leave me now. Say you're gonna love me now. Down in the Dolce Vita, wipe all your fears away. We'll live it like in a Dolce Vita, a game of yesterday. I'm so alone in the Dolce Vita. Oh baby, telephone. This magic's gone in the Dolce Vita. Nobody else than you. Starless night, together with our love again.
What do you think, higher or lower than an 85 for Dolce Vita, Ryan Paris? Vassos, over to you.
Sounds very 80s. It takes decades a while to find their kind of form, so let's say higher.
Lower, 83. But it was one of the formative tracks from that decade, so I know what you mean. Number 5, Ryan Paris in this week. For Dolce Vita. Number 4 in the same top 5, Paul Young, Come Back and Stay. Number 3, Howard Jones's new song, There's a Song. This is a good top 5 actually. Number 2, Tracy Ullman, They Don't Know. Number 1, Culture Club, Karma Chameleon. What a top 5 that was. A stellar time for music. So I was getting confused, wasn't I? You're quite right here, Ollie in Southampton. Chris, rather than Dolce Vita keeping a top song off the number 1 slot, I think you mean Joe Dolce, which has a Dolce in it. Of course it does. Shut Up Your Face kept Vienna from number 1.
No.
What's the matter, you? Hey, what you gonna do? Hey, oh, Vienna!
Shut up at your face.
Well, there you are. There you go. So, here we go. Tara in Essex. So little Eli said last night. Well, actually, he didn't say this. He sort of said it. I'm paraphrasing, and I'll tell you why I remember that I'm paraphrasing what he did say is because Noah, my eldest, just texted me saying, "Dad, he didn't say that. He didn't say exactly what you've said." And Noah said, "It may not be 100% true, Eli, but that's show business." he sort of said it. That's what Noah's just said that. Eli said, "I don't think I said that." And Noah turned to me and said, "Well, it's not 100% true, Eli, but that's show business." far too advanced, aren't they? They've been around us far too long. Anyway, Tara, you're right here. Monica's. I think if everything was made of glitter like Eli wishes for, we would take it for granted because that's typical of us as humans. Good things need to be saved for special occasions to lift the world. I say keep glitter special.
Nice.
Very nice point. Do I say that to Eli or not? He'll have forgotten, won't he?
It's very Mr. Ben and the Spaceman.
Yeah, he'll have moved on to tinsel by this evening. It's all good, though. It's all good in the hood, isn't it? And now you were telling us about some Russian roulettes. What were they?
Yeah, so Emily, Emily, who's 14 now, and I think this is provable fact, she makes the world's greatest scones. They're fluffy and they're light and they're absolutely delicious. However, she makes batches of 8 and she calls them Russian roulette scones because in one of them, she puts like a load of chili or something else.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice game to play.
I think she's going to make some for us this
Around
week.
the family dinner table.
So we'll play Russian roulette scones.
So how does little Mary, 4,
Yes.
how does she find it? Does she ever get given...
She's excused usually.
Is she really? Are you just saying that now because we're on the
No.
radio?
Well, because none of us knows which is the sort of the hand grenade scone, but Emily does, and she, because she loves her little sister who's 4, yes, she makes sure, I hope that Mary doesn't get it.
The story may not be 100% true, but hey, that's show business.
They call me the Rebel Dread.
This is Don Lett's Culture Clash Radio.
On my show, it's all about crossing time, space, and genres. How so, you ask? Well, let me run it down. When it comes to time, I'm as old as rock and roll, so I cross it with confidence, and I'm always on the move. Space? Well, that's about embracing all the world has to offer. And genre? Well, if it strikes a chord, I'm there. No sounds are out of bounds. And I don't just rely on the tried and tested. I'm duty-bound to push things forward.
Don Lett's Culture Clash Radio.
Move on up, get on down, and occasionally slip sideways.
Available now on the BBC iPlayer radio app.
The legend that is Don Letts there. Over on 6 Music, 8:42. The legend that is Vassos Alexander has today's not-so-mystery guest.
During the legend that was yesterday's show, we learned that putting your thumb on your nose and wiggling your fingers is called to cock a snook. Your not-so-mystery guest today teaches people how to cock a snook and fool around generally at her clown workshops in Bristol. Please welcome Jolly Joker, Holly Stoppit.
Good morning, Holly Stoppit. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Chris?
I'm very well, thanks for being here. So, cocking a snook, where does it come from?
Well, I've been doing a bit of research to try and pin it down, and it's a bit of a slippery one. Everybody says, oh, I don't know, but most of the sources that I've been looking at are pinning it down to the beginning of the 1900s, and they say that to cock a snook, you put your thumb on your nose and you wiggle your fingers, and your fingers look like the cockerel's comb.
Oh, I see.
And so it's like putting a cockerel on the end of your nose, which is the last thing that anybody would ever expect you to do.
I see. It doesn't go towards explaining why that conveys like a na, does it really?
Well, I've been having a think about this, Chris. And I've been thinking about how, in an argument, you expect a well-constructed argument, but actually to just put a cockerel on the end of your nose just completely deletes everything that's come before it.
That's
and it's
good.
like, well, I've got a cockerel on the end of my nose.
Yeah, you say that, but look at this, ha-ha!
Exactly, and that is the function of the clown, is to stop what's happened before and go, look, things can be a little bit more ridiculous.
That's interesting. I didn't realise that. Now, they do say, don't they, singing teachers all say that everyone can sing, if they're taught right. And there's another great phrase that I love, saying that the teacher and the taught together provide the teaching. Can anyone be funny?
Really, absolutely anybody can be funny. As long as they're willing to embrace their own ridiculousness, everybody can be funny.
So you run clown workshops. What kind of people come to have a go?
Do you know what? People from all walks of life. I've had politicians. I've had IT.
Do they need any help? Do they actually need help being clowns? You sure?
I've got a local councillor that carries his red nose in his pocket just in case the meetings get boring.
Well, I bet it's well worn.
Yeah, it is. It's very,
So do you get other people just coming to have a laugh, literally just for a weekend, not taking it any further, just to get away from things for a while?
I get a lot of therapists coming. I get a lot of high-level academics coming. I get a lot of performers coming as well. All kinds of people are drawn to clown school.
And so, how do you fill the hours of a clowning coaching weekend?
Oh, we just sit around twiddling our thumbs and wait until we get funny. No, it's a very, very practical training, and it's all about removing the blocks to play. So reminding people that everybody knows how to play, but we've kind of put blocks in as adults because you're not really supposed to play when you're a grown-up. So my work is all about going, oh, do you remember when you were a kid and when you could just put your thumb on your nose and wiggle your fingers if you're lost in an argument? Let's do that.
And do you get the opposite feeling because you're around the clown world, which is a great escape? There's no doubt about that, and I couldn't agree with you more. Do you get like the opposite? Do you get a yearning to be serious a bit more?
Well, I've often said that I've spent my life trying to run away from the circus, But I don't fit anywhere else in the world. I've tried. I have tried.
Who's the best clown currently alive today?
Ooh, now there's a question. There is a question. I mean, there's so many in the theatre world now. Like, theatre is riddled with incredible clowns.
Are there some things like super clowns can do that sort of, more amateur clowns can't do? Are there great clowning things that you go, I wish I could do that?
Well, for me, and sort of what the teaching is about, is it's really about being able to embrace your vulnerability and to be able to show your true ridiculousness to the world. That's the number one feature of being an incredible clown. And I think Sacha Baron Cohen is probably my favourite clown that's out there, because he's really willing to take the risks to just look so stupid in the name of comedy.
All right. Is clowning? How is clowning? As a thing at the moment, as a phenomenon? Is it existing? Is it maintaining its level? Is it increasing? What's going on with it?
We're in a boom, I tell you.
A clowning boom. There you are.
Yeah, and I think it's about a backlash to the social media epidemic. I think that people are wanting to actually get away from their computers and get into a room where they can smell each other and they can see each other and they can laugh together. And yeah, I'm experiencing a ridiculous boom. I'm oversubscribed by 3 times from the people I can fit into my courses.
So there's no point in us reading your website out then, is there really?
No, I mean, there's always space for more. Bring them in.
Yes, I know. I'm only messing. Right, Holly Stop It. HollyStopIt.com.
That's me.
Clown courses. Find out more about them. Just go there, HollyStopIt.com. Clown courses available for all. Thank you, Holly, for being on the show.
Cheers, then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tears of a Clown. 8:49 on Radio 2. Let's have a bit of Carrie Underwood, shall we? Carrie couldn't make it at the weekend to Hyde Park, but her loss was our game because we got instead the wonderful Shires to join our game.
Her baby won't be coming home tonight. Sirens screaming down the avenue. Just another story on the evening news. Politics and prejudice. How the hell did it ever come to this? When everybody's gotta pick a side. It don't matter if you're wrong or right, no. And so it goes. But I hope
Radio 2. Group therapy, isn't it, Rachel? Welcome to the group therapy that is the off-air Radio 2 breakfast show.
It's great.
Helps, doesn't it? Do you think it helps?
Yeah, always helps.
You see, you think this is Schadenfreude, and it's really not. It's just.
I think it is.
Just,
I think it
well,
is.
You know, you think that when I laugh, I have that sort of Schadenfreude switch in me. And it's not Schadenfreude. It's just funny, and also only you would do that.
On the text, 88291, today's top 10 news subject is quoi?
It is, well, we spoke to Holly Stoppett, who teaches clowning around. Yesterday on the show, we found that to put your thumb on your nose and wiggle your fingers is called the cock a snook. So how about let's have a clowning around top 10 news, 88291 on the text. Your 10 news links to the fame of clowns, please.
Thank you. Excellent subject. Now, talking about anything but, we have Ian Carter with Vassos Alexander.
Yes, we're going to bask in the reflected glory of Justin Rose, who last night in Philadelphia became officially the best golfer in the world. So only fitting that we speak to officially the best golf correspondent in the world. Good morning,
very
Ian
nice,
Carter.
very nice.
It's true as well.
That is just ridiculous, Vassos. But I mean, just what a thought! What a thought that you can go around and think to yourself, you are officially the best golfer in the world. I mean, you can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. Chris can probably imagine it. But, it is just an extraordinary achievement, isn't it?
And it's also a lovely story, isn't it? From the amateur in the slightly too big for him jumper at Birkdale almost exactly 30 years ago to this.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that he was turned professional 20 years ago after holding that chip shot at the Open Championship to finish fourth and then missed his first 21 cuts as a professional. There were times during that period where he thought to himself, am I cut out for this? And it was just a case actually during that period of saying, well, I only missed the cut by 2 this week. Last week it was 3, and it was that sort of thing that kept him going. But every step of the way, he's just got better and better and better. And now, as we can say, he is officially the world's best golfer.
And he's won a major. He won the US Open, and he's won the Olympic gold medal. So he's sort of done it all, hasn't he?
He has. I mean, he's ticked every box along the way. He's won his World Golf Championships events, and of course, he's been a Ryder Cup hero. And I think, bearing in mind what's going to be happening at the end of September with Europe trying to win back that Ryder Cup from the United States, Rose is going to have a massive role to play there, not just on the golf course, but as someone that everyone among the 2 teams will be looking up to. Okay, he is world number 1 by a fraction of a point at this stage, and it could change before the Ryder Cup, but regardless, this is someone who has scaled the very summit of the game, and he will be regarded in that way when we get to France at the end of the month for the Ryder Cup.
Anyone listening 2 hours ago would have heard Chris and me trying to get people excited about the Ryder Cup and just essentially confusing
I was doing all
everyone.
right.
Or was it my fault?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the hit on that. I confused everyone, Ian. Can you just tell us what we need to know ahead of the Ryder Cup in 2 weeks' time, and can you get us all excited, please?
Well, the United States are the holders. They won it, 2 years ago, but Europe have a mighty fine record in home matches. They have not lost for 25 years. America are desperate to win on European soil. They have Tiger Woods back in the team. They have the PGA and US Open champion in Brooks Koepka. But Europe have the Open champion with Francesco Molinari, and they have the world number 1 in Justin Rose. And they are desperate to win back the trophy.
See, that's how you do
get
it.
better than that. How's that?
Very good.
Pretty good, Ian. You've not lost it, to be honest.
And it's always 3 days of the most exciting golf.
Ian, are you freelance?
No, not really.
Okay. So we can't talk to you next year then.
Steady on now.
Okay, Merrily says travel. Okay. Here's Rachel.
M74 northbound junction 2, slow traffic and a lane closed on the exit slip road due to a broken down lorry. M6 northbound junction 27 Standish to 28 Leyland, severe delays and 3 lanes closed due to an accident and oil spillage. Sticking with the M6 northbound, the road is blocked between junction 16 Stoke-on-Trent and junction 17 Crewe. Now strap yourselves in for the M25 clockwise, junction 26 Waltham Abbey to 27, 1 lane blocked and queuing traffic due to a breakdown, also being affected by junction 24 24 Potters Bar to junction 25 Enfield. 2 lanes closed and severe delays. An accident and a lorry lost its load of steel. Congestion is back to junction 22. M25 anti-clockwise just the other side of the road, junction 25 Enfield to 24 Potters Bar. There was an accident, all lanes reopened, but congestion still back to junction 27 for the M11 interchange. And again, anti-clockwise, junction 9 Leatherhead to junction 8 Reigate. 2 lanes closed, traffic is queuing.
Thank you.
Mwah.
This is what you get, it's the way I am. When I look at you, I wanna be somewhere close to heaven with me and a thumb, man. Don't go, I know you wanna touch me here, there and everywhere. Sparks fly when we are together. You can't deny the facts of life. You don't have to act like it's time. Try your moves in the back of your heart. You know that we can move, 'cause tonight you're gonna get mine. Don't play the games that you play, 'cause you know that I won't run away. Why ain't you asking me to stay? 'Cause tonight I'm gonna give you mine. You could be my baby with your star sign. Would you take a step and look that I understand? I can hear my conscience calling me, say I'm gonna be a bad girl again. Why don't you come on over? We can't leave this all undone. Got the devil on my shoulder. There's no place for you to run. You don't have to act like a star. Try moves in the back of your heart. You know that we can move on, 'cause tonight you're gonna get mine. Don't play the games that you play, 'cause you know that I won't run away. Why ain't you asking me to stay? 'Cause tonight I'm gonna give you mine. If you forget, I remind you. If you're paranoid, I'm behind you. If you lose your head, I'll find you. Sending you my kiss. If you forget, I remind you. If you're paranoid, I'm behind you. If you lose your head, I'll find you. Kiss, kiss. Mwah. You don't have to act like a star. Try your moves in the back of your heart. You know that we can move on.
Good morning to everybody who bears in mind, whenever they can, that they are living the dream. Hopefully your own. We think we might be in Vass's at the moment. We're not quite sure. It's Vass's on a Tuesday usually, isn't it? It's usually Jumpy Jimmy Flash's dream usually takes Thursday. I mean, I usually bag Fridays, to be honest. Frothy Coffee Man always on standby. Should somebody else's dream be required? This is BBC Radio 2. On the air, online, on digital radio, and on 88 to 91 FM. Coming back with today's Gobsmackers from Aerosmith and Alice Cooper. After Moira with the news.
The public spending watchdog says ministers have failed to understand the impact of cuts on police forces in England and Wales. The National Audit Office says the Home Office didn't forecast the effect of losing 44,000 staff since 2010. A Home Office spokesman said the department had conducted a substantial review of police pressures last year. The National Audit Office also said the way money was divided between forces was unfair. And the Labour Police and Crime Commissioner for West Yorkshire, Mark Burns-Williamson, agrees.
The funding formula has been in place for around about 20 years or so, the current one, and obviously since then many things have changed in society, not least types of crime, cybercrime, human trafficking, county lines, etc. And it's really not really fit for purpose.
A report by Public Health England says the NHS must adapt more quickly to deal with the rise in conditions such as diabetes, obesity and dementia. It suggests that life expectancy is plateauing, with more people living their latter years in ill health. Labour is pledging more rights for staff in the so-called gig economy. In a speech to the TUC in Manchester later, the late Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell will say a Labour government would aim to end exploitation and bring in sick pay and maternity pay.
What we've got to do is make sure that we provide people with the security, but of course people want to maintain an element of flexibility, and I don't believe that's impossible to achieve. But I think it has to, if you talk to people, security usually comes first in their priorities, because they want to know that they can feed their family. They want to know they can have a decent income. They want to know, yes, that if they're sick, that they'll be covered.
A large-scale evacuation is underway in the United States as the East Coast prepares for Hurricane Florence. South Carolina's governor has ordered the evacuation of its entire coastline, involving more than 1 million people, while North Carolina and Virginia have declared states of emergency. A major study says only half of workers experiencing mental health issues in the UK inform their bosses. More than 44,000 people were surveyed by Mind. Many said they hid their problems because they were scared, ashamed or worried about their job. The chairman of Debenhams has confirmed the chain will have fewer stores in the years ahead. Yesterday, the company announced that consultants were being called in to help performance. The chairman, Sir Ian Cheshire, remains hopeful about the firm's future.
There is a 21st century department store, and a lot of research with customers showing that they want the social aspect of shopping. Now, the social aspect of shopping now includes digital social media. We've just launched our beauty community last night online, and all the indications are that there is a large bunch of shoppers who would love to do fashion, beauty and home in a way that is a mix of online and offline.
Today's weather forecast: sunshine and showers for Scotland, overcast for the rest of the UK with outbreaks of rain. BBC News at 9:04 are next at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Maura.
Online, on digital radio, and on 88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
Dropsmacker time now. Colin Hayes, good morning, Cole, from Sheffield, has chosen today's in South Yorkshire. And he says, this summer I went to see the rock and supergroup Hollywood Vampires in Manchester, made up of Johnny Depp and these two awesome artists. One has a love of black eyeliner, while the other is the guitarist from Boston's best ever rock band. Colin has picked Alice Cooper with School's Out, but first Aerosmith with Love in an Elevator. Aerosmith, Love in an Elevator, 8 minutes past 9 on Radio 2. Today's Gobsmackers. We're in the middle of them and also in the middle of taking your top tenuous to the theme of clowns. Today's top tenuous clowns all the way. If you get attacked by a collective of clowns, go for the juggler is what we're hearing on the text 88291. We'll take more of those. Thank you very much indeed. Munch 2.
You're listening to the Chris Evans Breakfast Show on BBC Radio 2.
With Alice Cooper.
Well, we got no choice. All the girls and boys making all that noise, 'cause they found new toys. Well, we can't salute ya, can't find a flag. If that don't suit ya, that's a drag. School's out for summer. School's out forever. School's been blown to pieces. Well, we got no class, and we got no principles, and we got no innocence. We can't even think of a word that rhymes. School's out for summer. School's out forever. My school's been blown to pieces.
Gobsmackers. There they are, coming right at you live and direct. Alice Cooper, Schools Out, Aerosmith. Love in an Elevator. Choose yours. bbc.co.uk/radio 2. Our pages and the Gobsmackers.
It's so interesting how many of us heard music in the backseat of our parents' car. That's the first time I heard Elvis Presley was in the backseat of my parents' car.
Hi, this is Jamie Cullum, and I'm absolutely honoured to be joined in the studio by Paul Simon.
Charlie Parker was like a freak of nature genius, and the guy could play and hear melodies fast. That's a gift.
Jamie Cullum with Paul Simon.
I was having a conversation with John Lennon once, and he said, when I wrote for the Beatles, I always tried to get that sound, fading in and out sound that I heard from radio.
Check out the full interview
Tonight from 8
on BBC Radio 2.
Very nice, hurtling towards that with Ken Bruce at 9:30. Jeremy Vine here at midday today. Steve Wright in the afternoon with Sir Paul McCartney from 2 o'clock at 5 o'clock. Susie, that's Perry, and OJ, that's Borge. In for Joe, that's Wiley, and Simon, that's Mayo. And Jamie Cullum then at 8 o'clock with that interview with Paul Simon. Levi Roots at 9. Sarah Cox at 10 o'clock tonight. And Will Young midnight tonight. Sitting in for OJ Borge, who's sitting in for Simon. Along with Susie, who's sitting in for Joe. And we'll have your clown top 10 news after Josh Groban.
Some days I can't say why I'm feeling lonely, and some days I am too proud to ask for help, and I stumble through the noise trying to find some peace. A stranger in the crowd, I lose myself. So I walk down to the river where the troubles they can't find me. Let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down to the river. I walk down to the river. This raging world can get so overwhelming. Looking for a meaning when it won't make sense. In my head it's getting loud, like I can't outrun this cloud. No matter where I go, there I am. So I walk down to the river where the troubles they can't find me. I let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down to the river. I walk down to the river. Let the calm pull me under, far beyond the thunder, and tell me it will all be okay. And let the waves take on my worries, conquer them with fury. Give me shelters, be my escape. I walk down to the river where the troubles they can't find me. Let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down.
Imagine, if you will, Rick Astley singing this song. Imagine, if you will, Josh Groban on tour with Rick Astley in an Alfie Boe and Michael Ball kind of vibe. Not that either of them need it, it's just a bit of fun. Just a nice idea. Vassos is here. Good morning, Vassos, again.
Good morning, Christopher, again.
It's almost our last hurrah together for today.
Yes, it is.
But not forever. We have one more today, don't we? With the
We
good
do, yes,
old-fashioned.
the good old-fashioned.
Which is nice. So the Frothy Coffin and I, we're going to land around Paul Weller's Manor Thursday morning. We're going to go straight after the show, and we're going to go for a long run.
Oh, nice.
18 miles.
Are you?
Wanna come?
What, and then do a half marathon on Sunday?
Yep.
Punchy.
It's a 44-mile week for us.
Gosh.
Because we were way behind on the... We've got massive New York paranoia.
You do, but I think you've caught up.
Well, we've caught up so far. Only to each other. Everybody else passed us by, to be honest.
Them their hills on Sunday morning, they're worth extra.
Yeah, the Surrey Hills, which were brutal. The Surrey Hills / North Downs. That's a bit confusing for kids. Surrey Hills, North Downs, same thing.
Yeah, they are.
The hills and the downs, the ups and the downs, the valleys and the
peaks.
Yes, that'd be it. So you would have the combes and the peaks, wouldn't you, as well? And the vales.
I don't know what a combe is.
A combe is a valley.
Like
A combe is a valley, like Hascombe. Anything with a comb. Combe, valley.
I had a dog called Kuma.
Did you really?
Yeah.
My friend had a dog called Steve.
I like that.
Let's leave that there. Yeah. Let's get into the Clowns Top Tenuous.
Yes, Clowns Top Tenuous. Why we got here? Does it matter? Let's just kick off with Stephen at number 10. I'm very proud of my friend Rupert, who ran away and became a circus clown and had a performing cow act at the Blackpool Tower. Dale at number 9. My granddad was Andy the Clown. He used to box a kangaroo in the circus. Gwen at number 8. Coco the Clown opened a William Lowe supermarket 53 years ago in Glenrothes. My mum managed the fruit and veg department and got his autograph for me. At number 7, James, my father-in-law, Kooky the Clown, gave away his daughter Katie in full motley. I was saying my vows at the altar whilst listening to the congregation giggling. Number 6, Marion, Heath Ledger, who played the Joker in The Dark Knight, owned a cottage near us and would come into the local pub occasionally dressed in full makeup. Number 5, Ray, in 1971 as a clown. I once performed solo at the Royal Albert Hall. Number 4, it's Jill. I did a clown course in the 1980s and performed solo in my local church. Katie at number 3, my mum Sandra used to be a minder for Ronald McDonald. Joanna at number 2, my grandfather was the makeup artist for Jimmy Stewart's clown on the film The Greatest Show on Earth. He gifted him his clown shoes, which I now wear on silly occasions. And Kate at number 1, my granddad Stan still makes massive clown shoes. He once made a pair for the Beatles to wear on an album cover. They never actually wore them, but signed the shoes for him, and he reckons he's the only person in the world with Beatles signed clown shoes.
I think you may have a point. Right, on the way, thanks for those. We have the Doyen of Porch of Thought, Rabbi Julian Neuberger, will be with us after the Beatles.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves, resting our head on the seabed in an octopus's garden near a cave. We would sing and dance around because we know we can't be found. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Shout and swim about the coral that lies beneath the waves. Oh, what joy for every girl and boy, knowing they're happy and they're safe. We would be so happy, you and me, no one there to tell us what to do.
to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you.
Yeah, the Beatles, Octopus's Garden. So, Rabbi Julia Neuberger is with the senior rabbi at the West London Synagogue. Now, good morning, Julia.
Good morning. And it's quite a day today.
Why is it quite a day?
It's the second day of Jewish New Year, and after this broadcast, I'm off on the road, as they say, with one of my rabbi colleagues to visit some of our housebound members and blow the shofar, the ram's horn, for them for the second day of Jewish New Year.
Harvey did that last week.
Yeah, I thought he probably did, and I thought I was going to try, and then I thought I've got not enough puff, I'll be rubbish. So I didn't bring mine in. Now, we won't blow it as well as the shofar blower at our services yesterday did, who managed a full 4 minutes for the final blast. I mean, people were literally getting their watches out. People were holding their breath.
How did he or she do that?
Very, very fine wind player.
Okay.
But still, people were literally holding their breath as his puff gradually ran out. But at least the people we're going to see will get to hear the haunting sound of the new year, calling us Jews to account. For the tension in synagogue during the day is quite considerable, the level of concentration very high, and you can feel how important people feel that it is to be there to meet their fellow congregants, of course, and to be part of the community again. Now, the centrepiece of the service, the reading from the Torah, is from Genesis, the story of the binding of Isaac. For Christians, this is the sacrifice of Isaac. But for us Jews, the whole point is that God doesn't want Abraham to sacrifice his son, that the angel says, stop, there's a ram caught in the thicket behind you, you can sacrifice that. Not saying that animal sacrifice is great, by the way. The message is that human sacrifice is wrong, and ultimately all human life is sacred. And that's why our toast is l'chaim, to life, when we drink. That's why we think you must do everything you can to preserve life. But it also means that we can't put out of our minds the atrocities and killings of people worldwide. And for us in Europe, we need to remember the desperate migrants who are trying to reach our shores, whom Europe doesn't want, and the huge number of them dying. 1,530 feared drowned so far in 2018 in their attempt. If l'chaim is to mean anything, it must be to save the lives of these desperate people, children amongst them. This Jewish New Year, as migrants are largely forgotten, we need to remember them and fight for their lives. L'chaim, to life. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, Julia.
Thank you.
Julia's back next Tuesday.
I am indeed.
Well, my heart knows it better than I know myself, so I'm gonna let it do all the talking. I came across a place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse and a cherry tree. I felt a little fear upon my back. I said, don't look back, just keep on walking. But the big black horse said, look this way. He said, hey, that day will you marry me? But I said, no, 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 no. I said, no, no, you're not the one for me. No, 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 no. I said, no, no, you're not the one for me. And my heart hit a problem in the early hours, so I stopped it dead for a beat or two. But I cut some cord and I shouldn't have done it, and it won't forgive me after all these years. So I sent it to a place in the middle of nowhere with a big black horse and a cherry tree. Now I won't come back cause it's all so happy, and now I got a hole for the world to see. And it said no, 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 no. Said no, no, you're not the one for me. No, 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 no. Said no, no, you're not the one for me. I said no, 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 no,
me. Big black holes and a cherry tree. I can't quite get that 'cause my heart forsaken me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big black holes and a cherry tree. I can't quite get that 'cause my heart forsaken me.
Katie Tunstall, we love her. Black Horse and the Cherry Tree. 9:28. Here's Rachel with the travel.
M8 Glasgow westbound, junction 16 Craig Hall and junction 17 Charing Cross. We've got queuing traffic due to an earlier accident. Congestion is back to junction 12. M6 northbound between junction 27 Standish and 28 Leyland. We have severe delays. 3 lanes closed due to an accident. It is affecting the A59 heading north between Charnock Richard and Clayton Le Woods. M56 westbound from junction 12 Runcorn and junction 14 Hapsford. 1 lane closed due to an accident. Congestion is back to junction 11. M25 anti-clockwise, junction 9 Leatherhead to junction 8 Reigate. 2 lanes closed and severe delays. Highways England expect the lanes to remain closed throughout the morning rush. Elsewhere on the M25 clockwise, junction 26 Waltham Abbey to 27. 1 lane blocked and queuing traffic due to a breakdown. Also affected by junction 24 Potters Bar to junction 25 Enfield. 2 lanes closed and delays. An accident where a lorry lost its load of steel. Congestion is back to junction 22 and the M4. 1 lane closed in both directions from junctions 45 Ennisforgan to junction 46. Queuing traffic, it's eastbound to junction 48, westbound to junction 40. That is continuing repairs after an accident yesterday. I will be back with more travel with Ken. 03700 100 200.
Thank you, Rachel. Can I have a good old-fashioned welcome to your naughty 40s to our Rachel for a very special 40th birthday from Nick, Amelia and Sam.
Can I have a good old-fashioned I love you to my wife Emma Hildrup? Today we celebrate 25 years of marriage. That's from Jason.
Can I have a good old-fashioned get in the hole to our friend Jason in Farnham, who's now the UK and European blind golf champion, and that's from Alistair.
Well done. Scott in Grantham. Can I have a good old-fashioned keep calm, you're almost a civvy now, to me, after completing my last day at work in the army for 22 years, or that will happen at the end of today. Long service, very important.
It is very important for some people. A lovely thing to have.
Well, it depends what you sign up for, you know?
Yes, well, you know, most people who join the army sign up for 25, 30 years. You know, I just thought about 50
Nothing
was right for me.
to the PPs.
50 or 60 should do it, I think.
Can you buy your way out? Like, because you used to be able to do that in the services, didn't you?
No, it's a bit like the Hotel California. Yeah. You can check out, but you can never leave.
Well, we'll see.